Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. That's right. We're always live here at the Wrasslin for Life Network. We got lots to talk about. We got 3 hours of Raw to do it tonight and find out what's going on out there. Thank you for being here. Enjoy the show. Let's go. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are live, and I am here. We are not delayed. We were just a couple seconds. I was following a little timer here, so maybe my clock's a little slower than yours. But Raw is starting off. We have Paul Heyman in the ring for Miz TV. Who would have thunk it? But we'll see what Paul has to say tonight. Folks, Monday's in the books. We got through Monday. We got Monday Night Raw tonight. We come back for Monday Senior, NXT tomorrow. We're rocking and rolling every day. If you didn't check out our Saturday show for NWA, please do so. It is on fire. A lot of people liked it. A lot of people tuned in. So check that one out, folks. But yeah, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. As always, I am every night KJ White. I hope everyone out there is having a wonderful start to your week. And hopefully this wrestling does not disappoint. As soon as I get through the pop-ups. Oh, Miz is talking about Money in the Bank. Are you guys ready for Money in the Bank? See what's going on in the crowd. Hi, Ronnie. Nice to see you. I hope Jeff Hardy gets help. You know, Jeff Hardy is going to need some help, and we're going to talk about that tonight. We're going to hit all the topics. But yes, on top of a lot of people's mind right now is Jeff Hardy and the trouble he's in again. It's reported that, you know, he was driving under the influence. He was picked up by the police. He was booked in. So things are in flux. Things are in jeopardy. Don't know what that means. I don't, you know, obviously they've pulled him out of Dynamite this week. He was supposed to be in a title match. What if you were the booker and you had him booked for that title match? But nonetheless, the bigger picture, forget about wrestling. Jeff clearly dealing with some demons, and we know his story of the ups and downs that he's had. So let's hope. Sorry, Miz distracted me. But we do hope the best for him. Now, the other sentiment is this one. Jeff should have retired a long time ago. Total waste of time. Now, good riddance. Yeah, maybe Jeff has hung on a little too long. Real good to see you. Thank you for being here. Ronnie, also, in case I didn't say it. Gary, thank you for coming back. Happy Monday to you too. JV, are we delayed? We're never delayed. Show starts when we walk in. The Valdez Express. The press in the house. Good to see you, buddy. Tiffany, hello. Welcome to the show. Ronnie giving some love. Chris Leclerc, good to see you, big guy. How you doing, KJ? KJ White, and I will be excited about Money in the Bank if Bayley returns at Money in the Bank. We'd like to get Bayley back, Chris. I know you've been champion getting Bayley returning at some point. We all have. We're hoping for him to return. We're hoping for him to come back. And it just doesn't seem, it just hasn't been the case. She's still in limbo. She's in Veerland. She's not involved. She's not. Is she coming back at Money in the Bank? Will she come back before Money in the Bank? Who will she go after? Is she the perfect opponent for Ronda? I don't know. So Miz and Paul are having a bit of an interview. Paul letting Miz know that anybody that comes after that belt is going to be sent back packing. Boom. All right. Hello. Hello.
How's it? It's a little glitchy, but yes, how's it going? Good start with Paulie in the ring.
It's always a good start when we get Paul around, Chris, and welcome to the show. It's always a good start to have you here as well. thank you for joining us tonight. For those who don't know, you should know, but that's Chris, trademark. And we are, we're in the middle of a Miz TV Air 5. Oh, Paul's stressing. Oh.
There we go. No, these two in the ring with mics in their hands is just gold.
Oh, here comes Riddle.
Oh, there we go. I click comments.
Bayley, perfect opponent for Ronda Rousey or Belair. She did the Belair thing.
Everybody.
I think he's delayed, folks. Oh, no, he's frozen. All right. There we go. You got to love the technical side of this game. So he was a little glitchy, clearly. But yes, as far as Bayley goes, I think Bayley would be great for Ronda. I think she's, if they're going to try and keep playing the babyface Ronda, Bayley's the way to go. Bayley is the better of the, she's a pro, she's a heel, she's experienced. She won't drop them on their head or her on her head. She won't, she'll take care of her. I think she can maximize what you get out of her. Out of Ronda, that is. Riddle's in the ring talking shit to the Miz. As a pill/booze guy myself, I've openly spoken about my demons. Jeff Hardy pisses me off. I know that the world that he is in is hard to get out of, but he has help and opportunities. Yeah, I mean, that's a bit of the story here. We'll see how Chris is doing now. That looks better. Maybe. Maybe not. Dun, dun, dun. Oh. Let me know out there, folks. How do I sound? All right. So Chris still not quite with us. But I mean, everyone goes through their trials and tribulations, JV, and a lot of people have been down in tough places.
I'll just sit here.
How you doing?
Just until it works itself out. I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, when you see a guy like Jeff and he had opportunities, and I mean, a lot of people did have fear that leaving a system like the WWE could cause issues for Jeff Hardy. And unfortunately, now they seem to be playing out. Now it's to the detriment of Jeff. It's to the detriment of his family, to the company, to the fans. And it's unfortunate. I know there's going to be an outpouring of love and support. And yes, nobody wants to be kicked when they're down. But, I mean, at every point, there comes a time where you got to atone. So, I don't know what's happening. My TV is ahead of you guys again. Well, there you go. I got Paul Heyman confirming Friday. The tweet from Roman. Did you guys catch that? That made me laugh.
Yeah, he's the big guy, right? That was great. That was perfect. Big guy, or what was it? What was the hashtag? Tribal chief problems or something?
Yeah, right? He's got to leave his private island and shit. Opportunities that some others haven't had. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that would kill to have that structure, that support system, that wealth behind them to make better decisions. And unfortunately, some people just fall off. I mean, you have an opportunity to main event one of the biggest wrestling shows on national TV, and there's people that would give their leg and people that have given legs to try and make that dream come true. So, yeah, I mean, again, I try never to judge because I'm far from perfect and I got way too many of my own issues. So, I just wish him all the best. And again, you just want to see him take advantage of the opportunities he has. And yeah, maybe he just hangs it up, takes a break, stay home, hang out with the kids.
Well, do you think this has anything to do with like maybe going to a new company, trying to like look great? And as we've seen, he's in a lot of pain. He's not physically there yet. Like he's beating the shit out of himself. Maybe some pain management.
Yeah, no, I do think that's a high possibility. And
Right,
you've seen
like,
since he's got to AEW, they've fucking thrown him off everything, right? Like they've chucked him off just about every platform they can find. Oh, just by the way, the Usos have made their appearance, and out come the Street Profits. So we got Riddle, the Street Profits. The Usos are a man short unless Paulie plans to wrestle for them and with them tonight. Could happen. Oh, no, we're just getting a one-on-one match.
I don't know.
But
I thought the Street Profits at one point were going heel.
Apparently not. And I do remember they flirted with it. Maybe it just wasn't convincible. Oh, baby, I like it raw. Wow.
More of an attitude.
What's that? Ooh, baby, I like it.
Yeah, no, it's confusing. It just disappeared. They seem to have an attitude.
No, absolutely, Chris. Okay. Sorry, I was distracted by the ODB reference.
And no cups again.
Bailey faced Ronda once before as a face, but never as a heel. Yeah, I think it would be a different dynamic now. Chris is a big fan of Bailey. Film Nation.
Yeah, she can fight anybody. I think she's great.
Right? Absolutely, Chris. Glad it's Monday. Welcome to see you, Film. Welcome to see you. Good job. Good to see you, Film Nation. Welcome. And I hope you're having a good night. I hope you're having a wicked start to your week. And yeah, I hope all is well in your world. Let's go, Riddle. There you go. You sound good, KJ. Hi, Chris.
I agree. Let's go, Riddle. What's up, Jason? Nice to see you. Thank you for being here.
Boom. Yeah, good to see you, Jason. Good to see you in Film Nation. Melinda, Mary, good to see you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the love. So ready for Bailey to return. I think everyone's kind of chomping at the Bailey return at this point, but again, it's a bit of an ongoing saga of when will that happen? Film Nation misses Bailey just as much as Chris, apparently. Boom, 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 boom. Oh. Well, we are in our first commercial, so I will take an opportunity to let everyone out there know we are the Wrasslin for Life Network. We are here all week long. Monday, we'll be back tomorrow for NXT. Wednesday, we got
I don't know. She's just heard different rumors, and now she's come out and kind of.
Oh, wow. Bro, I think you came in like 30 seconds late on that one.
What?
Nothing.
So I figured so. Fans at home are like, just sitting here waiting to see when it popped in. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna restart some shit.
All right. You go do that. You're fucking up my rhythm. I miss Bailey. Yeah, Film Nation. I can't remember what we're saying, so we'll just move on to a new point. 1 of 3. Let's see what this one is. Sorry. I worked for a show. This promoter, they had a few rats that he would hook up with for half the pay. So he would promise you full payment, pay you half, and then send the rat to pay the other half. Right on. Oh, that's what I was going to say, but I'll get back there. My world is nice and stable, so I'm good. Nice to hear that, Film Nation. 1 and 2. Pay the other half, and if you weren't careful, she would rob you. So we were going to, with him because he knew he was notorious for giving you half the money. So what we did was we went to a few to be continued. Dun, dun, dun. But that being said, folks, while we fill in that story, We got Jimmy Uso, Montez Ford in the ring for a match. And like I was saying, we'll be back here on Wednesday for the Road Rager. Our one and only CJ Brand will be in the building at Road Rager. So we'll get some live scoops, some live view, some live coverage. So tune in, be a part of that. It's going to be a good time on Wednesday. Thursday, we got Impact. Friday, we got SmackDown and Rampage. We got our podcast. We got some news. We got all types of stuff. And we are rolling through, folks. So don't forget, tune into all of our content. Like, subscribe, and let everyone know you are here. Film Nation got Montez Ford. How about you guys out there? Who else has a prediction on this match? Montez, Jimmy Uso. Who you taking? Who you got? Who you got? Who you got? Who you got? Wrestlers, and then lied about the pay, so they would think that they only got paid half. Me and 3 other of my goons. We cornered the promoter and basically shook him down for more money. They might have been a gimmick. There might have been a gimmick. All right. Well, JV, I mean, we've heard a lot of stories about that. Like, I mean, throughout a lot of times, especially with the indies, you sometimes really don't know who you're getting into business with, or how things are going to work out, or what things are like. And yeah, man, I'm sure you've been exposed to quite a few different scenarios that were similar, if not funnier. But yeah, at least you got the shakedown on that one. I miss Ali and Bailey. Okay. I'll let them know. Honestly, I like the Street Profits. I think they're very cool. I think the Street Profits are good. I don't know how cool they are, but they're pretty good. All right. So, yeah, folks, what are you thinking for tonight's match? What do you got? Who do you see taking this one? Involved, LOL. Before the second match, we had his punk ass hidden in his office. We snuck a hooker into as a decoy rat center to the change room. That's now the story kind of feels complete. Changing room. Went to confront the promoter. Oh geez, there's more. Hang tight, folks. 2 count for Montez Ford, by the way. We robbed half the guys and then left their stuff and dropped in 2 to 3 days passed, and then we spotted him at the coach house with a neck brace, all effed up. Is this a movie? Was this a movie? Is that the one with Rock and Mark Wahlberg? No, I'm just joking, JV. That's that's effed up, all right. All right, folks. We got Jey Uso cheering on his brother. Montez Ford in control. If we can find Bailey, she can be anywhere. I mean, yeah, I told you. She's lost in Veer country. We have no idea what happened to Bailey. I don't get it. Why would you not have this woman on your TV right now? Have you looked at the rest of the roster? Big chop. There we go. Jimmy quickly in control. Montez Ford lands on the apron. Big right hand. Hassan, good to see you. I'm sure it is. JV. If we can find Bailey, she can be anywhere yet. So, Hassan, good to see you. Good to see everyone out there. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Thank you for joining us for Monday Night Raw. We are in the first hour of 3, folks, so it should be a good time. And right now, Jimmy Ford, wow, Montez Ford and Jimmy Uso are on the apron, setting up for a suplex, and bang. Montez Ford takes it hard. And we're heading into a commercial. So let me know out there, folks, who's going to take the win. Riddle, how do you feel about Matt Riddle fighting for the title on Friday? Any dreamers out there can convince me that Matt Riddle might win this? Not going to happen. All right, JV. Oh. Joseph, good to see you. Thank you for returning. Judgment Day segment tonight got canceled. Did it? Son of a bitch. Why? Because it was a stupid idea? Yeah, I didn't hear that yet. So interesting. Joseph might have the breaking scoop. Okay, KJ, let's light this show up a little. Let's go. All right, now I'm getting a Domino's commercial. Folks, what are you guys doing on your Monday night? Are you watching the show? Are you watching Raw? Are you looking forward to any part of this? I was hoping to see a little bit of this, but what is your fallback on that? What is your opinion on it? Like, apparently, Edge didn't want to do any supernatural shit, and they said, all right, Finn will, and they made the change. Does it make any sense that they bailed on Judgment Day already? Is it even if they said, you know what, Edge has to be the babyface? Really? You just spent all this time. You got a haircut. He changed his look. He was a whole new attitude. Like, why? Why wouldn't you just run with it? I don't understand. What was why? Why couldn't you just let it be the way it was? Because it was good. I mean, people are going to give me all the excuses in the world, but really, what are we doing? And I didn't even exactly love the House of Blue, but that's just terrible writing to give us finally put the team together, add a new member, and blow it up on an instant. It's why people don't buy into the stories. What Edge was doing so well, though. Yeah, see? Good. Thank you for being here. Thank you for jumping in the chat as well. But yeah, no, I completely agree. Like, I mean, Edge, again, some people love Edge. I know some of the fam here, like Chris, if he gets back on, huge fan of of Edge and how he delivers. I find him a little too theatrical sometimes, a little too monologue-y, a little too acting class, but overall it was interesting. Adding Rhea Ripley was a nice touch. Building on that, maybe they did add like a Ciampa, and it made sense. And he was molding these younger wrestlers in his image. But no. And if it's true that they went to him and said, we would really like you to do some like spooky ooky stuff, and he was like, I really don't think that fits, and they yanked him for that, that is crazy. When you're nobody creative overrules a Hall of Famer. Oh, and if you guys are going to make the argument, well, they needed a big baby face. There's other people on the roster that could have been your big baby face. You just have to know how to write and put them in the right position. Ruining this, you're a really strong building heel faction for what? Well, I don't know. That's just my opinions on the whole Edge thing. I don't exactly like what they did or how they handled it. And again, it was just too soon. They give up on all their shit too soon. I understand why Edge would do that. I don't know. Just a report, but I mean, I don't understand why they would, not think, maybe we'll just give it a try his way for a while. They have a Raw lineup. Judgment Day segment tonight is not on there. Shit. There you go, folks. The thing I read was Judgment Day arrives with a new direction or some bullshit. Question of the day, with John Cena coming back versus Theory, how do you book that match without crapping all over Theory? I don't know about this match. I don't know about this situation. I mean, I get what they're trying to do, but is John Cena just back for a blip? Is he hanging around for a minute? How is it going to work out? I mean, if he's just making that, build towards that SummerSlam match and that's it, then Theory goes over. That's what you have to do. Theory has to go over, or else you will. I mean, if he puts down one of those drag out nonstop, everybody kind of, applauds at the end and gives him this is awesome, and he puts in one of those crazy nights and loses, the loss could tarnish it bad, right? I mean, if he finds an underhanded way to upset Cena and it kind of leaves the door open for some type of return, probably best. Because, I mean, you paint yourself into the corner with this one. If Cena comes out and dusts them, does it make sense? All right. This match is still going, by the way, folks. And they are kicking and smacking the shit out of each other right now. Enziguri to the back of Jimmy's head. Montez and Jimmy down. We only have Ronda Rousey, Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, Belair. And that's all we have. No Bayley in the women's division. I mean, there's not much. It's slim pickings. Does anyone know any wrestling websites? I'm sure the chat can help you out with that, but there's a bunch out there. And yeah, help them out. Word has it that Raw has barely 3K fans at Raw. I don't imagine that. That sounds a little low, JV, a little low. Maybe I'm crazy, but I mean, they do use that whole front side now. I hate that has become a production stage in that manner. Like, used to have fans all the way around the ring, and they take up so much of that space now. It's crazy. But yeah, I can't imagine it being that low. Am I wrong? John Cena is my childhood favorite wrestler of all time, and still with my girl, Sasha Banks. I mean, yeah, there's love for John Cena. I think, I think we're, he's one of the best that ever did it. You can't deny it. I know people love to jump on him and give him shit, but yeah, I don't know. I think he's perfectly fine. You look like a wrestler. There you go. Thank you, I guess. I don't know. Depends what one. On stage. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. I mean, it happens. Boom. Just checking on the family, folks. Checking on the family. All right. So Montez Ford is now on the apron with Jimmy. They're locked up. Push them into the post. Montez is shook. KJ, who was my favorite wrestler growing up? I mean, it goes in phases. What the hell just happened? All right, there we go. I think my fave was Triple H for the longest time, like in my teenage years. As a kid, I loved the Ultimate Warrior. As a kid, Jake the Snake. I know that's crazy because all the stories about him, but as a kid, he was ridiculous. But yeah, Triple H, loved Angle. I was always kind of a heel guy. I always liked the heels. Oh, frog splash, knees up. 3. Jimmy with the W, ladies and gentlemen. The Usos victorious. A little bit of a weird botchy ending, but Street Profits or Montez Ford loses. Liv Morgan and Alexa Bliss team up tonight. Interesting team. Could you not see them together? Montez goes 3/4 of the way across the ring and lands on the knees. And just rolled him up and pinned him. I don't see Theory going over, but I can't see John Cena losing either. So yeah, here is where we get that painted corner, right? Here's my booking of the match. Have John Cena, the vet, beat Theory by heel tactics. You have John Cena winning and you keep Theory. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I can almost see Theory winning by hook or by crook. Yeah, I think it just ends up being a complete wash. What are we getting now? We're getting a replay. Oh, we're getting a reminder of Cody Rhodes. Shit. Cody Rhodes has done what I didn't think was possible. I will give Cody Rhodes credit. As a guy who's never been a big Cody Rhodes guy, I will give this man credit. Work, fake, embellished, it doesn't matter. He's doing his job. It's tied into kayfabe. Whether it's exaggerated or not, you see the look. You've seen the debate online. You've seen the opinions, but it doesn't matter. As I just showed you, people are talking about it. People are covering it. People are interested in it. It's one of the more compelling things on Raw. on WWE television, on anything WWE produces, and why it's an element of it feels real. And in a lot of parts, this whole shit is real. Some debate on how much, but yeah, I mean, now he's supposed to be out up to 9 months. 9 months. But I will give him credit. This is what he wanted. He wanted to be at the top of the mountain. And arguably right now, he's got to be the number 2 guy in the world's biggest company. Is that accurate? Is Cody number 2 behind Roman on the depth chart right now? Or am I making that up? Strong. Oh, keep Theory strong. All right. There's optimism. Yes. Hi.
Hi. How you doing?
That's better. I think that's better.
Lips are, yeah, that's way better. Your lips are more, yeah, that makes more sense now.
Right? But the last one there,
Really
right before you jumped off, was hilarious because you didn't say anything. And then I went on a rant, and right in the middle of the rant, your answer came through. And I was like, holy shit.
No, I seen your reaction, and that's when I was just like, all right, enough's enough. Let's just try restarting it. I had to do it twice. So
I hate this live bullshit.
no, even the TV's been a little glitchy tonight, so
Yeah.
it's interesting.
Well, it is a season for random, cloud coverage and storms. So who knows? But good to have you back, Chris. Jimmy Uso picks up the win in the first match over Montez Ford. Not bad match. You always get decent matches with guys like that involved, but kind of a clunky end to it, but there was a win.
They've fought 800 times at this point. They should be good together.
Yes. Luis points out that Jeff got arrested. We touched on this already. He's in trouble because I believe in the States he's now in felony territory. And Americans, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe that's what I read.
I believe I read the same thing.
Because it's his third
felony charges.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was a whole list of things, apparently. So it's unfortunate, but yeah, you just, I don't know. Do you make him? I don't know. It's unfortunate. You hope he gets the help he needs and he can come back at some point.
Maybe he just needs to hang it out for a while. But I mean, it goes to my whole, I jumped on the soapbox and gave a big speech about Sonny. And like I said, I mean, if you have your demons and your issues and blah, da, 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 just stay home. Stay at home. Whatever's happening, go lay in the front yard. I don't give a shit what you do. But just keep it to you, right? Like once you get behind a vehicle, it's a whole different animal, right? You're now a rolling weapon, and it's yeah, I don't like that. And I mean, I'm highly critical of that. And as I said earlier, you don't judge people when they go through their bad times, and you don't wish any ill on the guy. You want to see him get better. It's just, you know what? Just people, please do not get behind the wheel of a car when you're fucked up. It's simple. Simple. I'm too lazy to drive when I'm, feeling good.
Yeah. No, I'd rather walk. No.
I don't want to do that.
There's a million things I'd rather do than strap myself into a seat with a seatbelt on. And it's not so much like, sure, I can make but the second I put on that seatbelt, I want to move. I want to get out. Like, I'd rather walk. Don't strap me in.
JV says, as a kid, his favorite was Hulk Hogan and Sting, and then as a teen, Kurt Angle, Jericho, Raven, Styles. I loved Raven, man. JV, big shout out on that one.
Raven,
huge fan of Raven. You're obviously a diehard Stone Cold fan. That's your numero uno.
That was, I think, you'd maybe have more knowledge on that, but yeah, I think my favorite run around the house first was Austin.
Yeah.
This is that's the first my recollection. Like I remember like seeing the doll, like the action figures and the rubber ones and all those things that we had, and watching you guys and the t-shirts. But like as soon as I seen Austin, it was just mine was blown and I was hooked. Like that was it.
Right. Yeah, it was hard not to. I mean, you have 2 older brothers and they're rocking fucking Austin shit everywhere, and they're like that skull with the it was the coolest shit going. It was like when Sons of Anarchy came out and everybody ripped that shit off the shelf. Like, just like, it was just the cool thing. And I mean, back then, I mean, the cool part was you'd go to school and 3 or 4 other kids would have wrestling t-shirts. The Rock and Austin, or man, the odd one had like a lot of people had to have a nice day t-shirts. Actually, that's a lie, not the odd one, but I mean that was, and then it kind of faded back into the abyss of like, ew, you guys,
what are you wearing? Yeah, that's not cool. No, that was So that was mine first, and then it was them, and then I think it was our other brother who's very big into DX. I got the Stone Cold tape, he got the DX tape, and it was just we wore those out.
Man, that DX tape, I love that DX tape, the DX uncensored tape. Do you guys remember that from the back in the day? Now we're talking about tapes. Come on, Gary, I know you know what I'm talking about.
VHS.
But yeah, the DX tape was funny because I mean, you know, that's back when wrestling was good. So like it was literally like it was 18 plus, like it was cursing and swearing, and one of the best things ever in wrestling. And people can tell me I'm just barking up the wrong tree completely, but that whole public service announcement and the whole FDA, you know, the words we won't say, and kind of stealing a line from George Carlin, but that whole speech was unbelievable. And like being a teenager when that happened, it was the coolest shit ever. Why are they sitting so funny? Can I ask? What is he on?
I don't know. But Apollo Crews getting a pretty nice package there.
That's funny, right? But is he going to come back without the accent? It didn't.
I hope like that. I'll laugh. I might I'll start crying because that's just ridiculous.
This is awkward as shit. Who does an interview with the person behind their shoulder? Like you're talking to the guy in the back seat. Why is this happening? Am I the only one that has an issue with this?
So he's gonna do a dramatic turn at some point. $5. Like I don't know. Like what else would you do that for?
Man, I just wish he would stop being so ridiculous. He's so good, Chris. To me, it's like he's like fucking, I don't know. I don't even know what the analogy is at the moment, but it's just pissing me off because he's so much better than this nonsense.
See, I can't fully hear what he's saying, but
just rambling.
Interesting though.
Just sitting there holding his hammer. All right. Bigger.
Well, like we complain there's not enough of this stuff, and we're getting it. And now it's awkward looking, but
listen, if fucking JR ever did sorry, Chris, but I mean, do you ever see Mick Foley sitting there being like, "Yeah, JR, like what the hell? Why is he there?" Was it a Seth thing, like, don't look at me?
Well, no, because he keeps looking at him. He keeps turning and looking at him.
I said, don't look at me. Oh, shit. I don't know.
No, he's on a swing chair. So, like, my only thing is, like, he's going to do a dramatic turn or something. Or
this is the dumbest shit ever. Who set these chairs up? They should be fired.
I don't mind, like, what he's saying.
Who was in charge of the set today?
Like, is this their way of trying to make it like a casual interview?
Why is he calling out AJ Styles? Did I miss why? Someone want to fill me in on that blank? AJ Styles? What the fuck? Oh, I know why. I caught on. It's a Money in the Bank qualifier. That's an interesting match.
So one of them is not going to be in the Money in the Bank?
That's what I'm gathering. I think Finn screws up AJ.
You think he's going to continue feuding with but that's so dumb
shit.
Now.
Never mind. AJ here.
Oh, I thought he was done laughing.
We hoped. Apparently not. Son of a bitch.
Well, because what
Rhodes.
is AJ?
Mm.
They're not doing anything though outside of like this match. So
I don't know.
the club thing's over, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't catch the Money in the Bank reference till after, but yeah, it makes sense now. Now we're getting another replay because shit, actually wrestling would be nice. But Cody Rhodes come back to WWE as bigger star than he was when the first one. He was huge. He's huge now. And would you agree with me?
100%.
Number 2 on the depth chart? If he wasn't hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, no, even hurt. The way he went out, people are still loving him. No, definitely number 2. And I've been saying it since he got there. He's a believable. He's a believable character, believable person to go up against Roman.
You think so? Maybe now. It's getting there.
Whether it's not maybe physically it still looks funky or like a mismatch, but there's not that big of a difference. But
no, Cody,
character wise, level wise, Cody's huge at the moment.
I remember. Did Dana Brooke lose another 10 pounds, 20 pounds? What happened to Dana Brooke? I feel like she was 15 pounds heavier last show.
I didn't get to see it.
The belt doesn't even fit anymore. And she's trying to get the fans to cheer, but nobody gives 2 shits.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I'd look like that too if you told me I was. Oh, what am I doing tonight? You're fighting Dana Brooke. Shit. That's the face you make. Meme that, folks. No, Cody Rhodes shot to the moon, and the best thing that happened to him was this pec thing. Now we're not going to get sick of seeing him, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were going to pump him down our throat. It forces Vince and everyone else to take a break. We got a taste of him, and now if he comes back, he could win the Royal Rumble. Maybe,
depending on there's no way he's showing up for Money in the Bank like he hinted at. There's no way.
No, I think again that was. I'm gonna.
That was a ticket thing,
right? But Seth took that away from us. Man, Seth would be such a good heel if he just stopped acting like an idiot. And they don't.
Well,
go.
Mm-hmm. No, go ahead. Go ahead. Read the question.
And they don't get those belts off of Roman Reigns on Friday night. That will mean a pay-per-view. And Riddle's not. This is just killing time. And the fact that there's reports out there of we know the next 3 opponents for Roman bothers me because we're not supposed to know who's going to win, right? Maybe it should be Riddle versus McIntyre at the Castle, but we know it's not. I'm just being picky. Fuck off.
No, I think the big one here, or this Riddle feud, is just the appetizer to Randy Roman for SummerSlam.
Yeah, I'm down with that, though. I like Randy a lot. We all do. We know what he does. I mean, he's credible. Mm-hmm. Randy coming after that belt, You're like, fuck, he could win this. Randy's that guy. He's won belts before where we're all like, did Randy Orton just win that? And we're like, yeah, he did. Hey, KJ, who is your Mount Rushmore? Chris, I know you and I have talked about this many times. It's almost goddamn impossible. It depends. I mean, if an all-time Mount Rushmore is even harder. JV put me on the spot.
Stone Cold.
Hogan.
No, not on mine.
You have to, though, I think. And this is where the debate comes in, right? Stone Cold's on mine.
I go with Flair, Stone Cold.
Flair, Stone Cold. The Rock has to be on it.
HBK, Undertaker.
Yeah, see, this is the tough one on how are we looking at this? As far as shit. That's where you could go Flair, Hogan. I mean, you can even go further back and talk about, the other guys, but let's not go too crazy. But Flair, Hogan, The Rock, Austin. But your point, My Mount Rushmore of best ever. Like, if I had to pick my Mount Rushmore, it would be like Triple H. I almost want to be greedy with that, but I did say Stone Cold. Flair would be on mine, and then I'm missing somebody very important in there.
You said Hogan?
No, I don't want Hogan on that one. Like, I mean, in general, like the one with Hogan. I mean, as far as what they meant to the business, you kind of got to go, Hogan. Overall impact. Now, Flair is undeniable, and I still say this. People are like, "Well, Flair wasn't that big of a wrestler." Blah blah. Flair is the only man. Thank you, Joe Rogan, for this, but is the only man on the planet where you can walk outside your house and yell out his name, and somewhere in the distance you'll hear a woo. Like it's the funniest thing. If you're at the bar and someone says it, that's why there's songs about it, right? Like, you have to understand he completely transcends the sport, and he's been around, so he's got to be there.
Didn't we get a pose down last week between Theory and Lashley? So now it's just more official.
Why are we getting a pose down between these two? I'm so confused.
But yeah, no, if it's my Mount Rushmore, yeah, it's Stone Cold, especially because of I know of like the ones that came before and some that have come now, but no, mine would be Stone Cold, HBK, Undertaker, and Flair.
I like that.
As big as Hogan was, and even Triple H, I just think those four were just at the next level, for me.
So how do you leave The Rock off? I think The Rock has to be on a Rushmore.
Longevity.
Oh shit! He had a good run though. I mean,
it wasn't the longest of careers. Now Austin's wasn't the longest either, but it still was longer than The Rock's. The Rock was only in the WWE as much as it seems like it's been forever because he's come back so many times. But his actual main career was, I swear, it was only 9 years or 6 years.
Yeah,
I might have to look that up. It wasn't actually that long.
What's up, Tribal Chief? We will see you on Friday. Becky is thumping the teeth, just pounding Dana Brooke right now. And somebody can confirm it. Maybe it's my craziness, but Dana Brooke looks like she's dropped more. I know she had lost weight and toned up from her transition from NXT to the main roster. But I mean, I feel like since the last time I saw her, she looks that much thinner. Becky just chucked her.
I won't disagree with you. When they were just standing next to each other there, and she was kind of jumping up and down with the belt, after she took the belt off, you were like, yeah, maybe her belly looks real, a lot skinnier.
But it's in her face, and my screen just froze. So Becky smashes her on the table, and my stream locks up with Dana Brooke bent over the table and her T-bar kind of hanging out, which I'm not sure how PG-13 feels about that. But hey, what a weird freeze frame to get. Look at that. She lost 150 pounds of dead weight. Good one, Jamie. Good one. All right. Did we miss something up here? Gary got that one. Oh, 2 questions. Oh, Becky's got a mic. 2 questions of the day. You are the promoter. Where Jeff Hardy is signed to, what do? You let him go home and you tell him to stay there. You provide him, a good employer is going to provide support. You can't have him around and he's got to clear himself out. He's only a danger to himself. And I know a lot of people had posted, I don't know if you saw it, Chris, but what's that?
And others, if he's getting behind the wheel.
Yeah. No, absolutely. But a couple, I don't know. What are you seeing?
What happened to this match?
I don't know. My shit froze.
Okay. So Becky has the mic just talking, and Dana's been down for 5 minutes.
And Asuka's now fighting.
Oh, and now Asuka's coming out. Yeah.
All right. And she's giving it to Becky. Becky looks good.
I agree.
I'm happy these two are mad at each other. I just wish one of them had a belt. I don't know why, but I think it would be nice.
No, but we've talked about this before many, many times. This is how you build a feud properly. This is like they're not fighting in matches every week. They're finding other ways to get in each other's way and to piss each other off.
I think Asuka glitched. I don't know if it was me, but I'm pretty sure she did 3 spinning back fists there and landed 1. She looked like a spinning top.
Know.
Shit.
Oh, 1, 2, yeah. Okay,
right?
yeah, you're like 10 seconds behind or ahead of me.
No, I mean, you got to provide support. You want to see him, like, again, you want to see him do well. But now, I think if the better question, if we dive deeper and get away from the personal side of things, what do you do, Chris? Do you sub in a dude? Do you bring in kind of a ringer to partner with Matt Hardy to get a pop and make people forget about his brother? Do you just go 2-on-2 ladder match, or do you add another team? All right. So now Becky and since when did they start doing that, Chris?
Sending somebody out while the others are still in the ring or still like
yeah.
I don't know. Recent, I think.
It's
recent. I'd have to. Not that I can like really recall, or it didn't happen as much as it does now. If it did before.
Mm.
Oh, is it? She's fighting Asuka. So you know how this is going to end,
right? Oh, and by the way, part of the reason why I picked Triple H for my Rushmore is just overall his career and what he's gone on to do, what he means to wrestling. That's why.
Oh, 100%.
Just saying.
No, I completely get it. And like you said, it's your Mount Rushmore. So Triple H was always your favorite, like going all the way back. Like, so, no, I'm not surprised that he's on yours at all.
What do you think, Chris? This is a tough question, but I think I know my vote.
It's probably the NWO.
Yeah, I think overall.
Like, as much as, we may not have seen it, like, and like most of the people I knew usually had like the WWE shirt, the DX shirt. But I was young, and that was like you're getting gifts from parents or whatever, so who knows what they were watching. But I think overall, worldwide, and like what we've seen, like since I've grown up and stuff, it was definitely the NWO.
Yeah, no, I agree. Sorry, I got distracted by the Thor, Love and Thunder. Love and Thunder.
Yeah, you were just happy to see him topless.
It sounds like a chip in it. Oh, stole. You kind of stole that one on me. Shit. It's about to make a male stripper joke, and then you threw that out, so I got to shut up. If you want to talk about tapes, I got my hands on bootleg All Japan tapes, and my mind was blown. Absolutely, buddy.
That's cool. I never had those, but
you find out the old wrestling tapes in the flea market. It was pumped. That and the Sega and the Nintendo games were like cheap. Tapes you want to talk about tapes? I think I read that twice. My Jack Shadow character is based on Shadow WX. There you go. Right on. JV. Thank you for keeping the chat going, by the way, bud. Does Seth Rollins remind anyone else of Frank Grosjean's Riddler? Yeah.
I've been saying Riddler, Joker, just some kind of cross between the two for a while now. He's, I don't know.
The problem with that is... Go ahead.
What?
Go.
No, I wasn't saying nothing. No, you. The problem with it?
The problem is I think I know that we all know what he's trying to accomplish, but Seth maybe not aware that when he talks, it's like when you put Eminem in slow motion and it gets real nasally. So when he extends everything, like he's trying to be like, he ends up sounding ridiculous. He sounds, man. You're like, why? Like it doesn't have the same effect.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't know. I get it.
It's too much, Chris.
You can't all be the same. So you go back in history. There's always those over the top kind of villainous characters. So
yes, if it works, I think it's so over the top. Maybe it's just me.
Yeah.
Other people are like, well, he's supposed to be annoying. But yeah, I guess. I just feel like there's so much better in him.
Oh, 100%. I do agree there. Like he could be, even if you put him back face, but like even as just the heel that like maybe he's what was the one there? The Messiah. I didn't mind the Messiah when or even the heel before him when he first came out of the Shield.
Mhm.
Like I didn't mind that.
Listen.
Yeah.
Unpopular opinion. The Monday Night Messiah was great. Except he was a little too cartoony. And when he was serious, it was good. But then you mucked it up with Rey Mysterio and family, and it got really stupid, and no one gave a shit. But if he was taking on guys like Roman or fucking pick somebody, AJ, and really getting into good matches and having these angles where he was trying to convert, maybe he did convert a couple more. Like, how was Buddy Murphy the only one convinced of the Church of Seth? Like, come on now. So I think there was a lot of opportunity there. Again, short-sighted writing. They bailed on it because people didn't like it. If you did it right, it could have worked. Should have given us like old brother love segments.
That could have been neat. Now, speaking of factions and what do you think of this whole Edge, like the Judgment Day thing? But the rumor that I keep reading is that they wanted him to be more supernatural, and Edge was like, "Peace." I don't.
Yeah, he was like, "Fuck that shit."
Like, what's wrong with what we're doing?
You know what, Chris? Oh, Liv's wearing something new tonight. No eyeballs. I feel bad when some of the wrestlers don't have that moment where they stop on the ramp and they need something to kind of get them going, and all they end up doing is clapping and moving forward. Like there's no pop or pyro. Just like anyway, back to your question. I blew through a whole commercial rambling about this because you know me, I wasn't the biggest fan of the House of Blue. I love Edge as far as what he can do in the ring, blah, blah, blah. I find the older version of Edge spent, we know that he did some acting classes and it shows. And I know you and I differ on this sometimes where you kind of like it. I think it's a little too much. But again, for what he's trying to do, it works. And people bought it, and he had a nice little thing going. Him putting out the pictures of different wrestlers every day, again, had everybody buzzing.
Perfect.
Timeout. Is Nikki in black and gold now because she's evil Nikki? So how do you keep Connor almost a superhero?
I don't know. Like, how long are they going to wait to make this switch?
If she's going to be a heel, just put her in a leather jacket like the lady next to her.
It's that odd couple WWE likes, right?
But it doesn't even make sense now. She doesn't want to be a superhero. Anyway, back to the point. The whole thing with Edge was ridiculous. I mean, it was short-sighted. You bailed on him. What did we have? Rhea Ripley for 2 weeks? A week and a half?
I think in total it was 6 weeks.
The whole thing. Okay. So
the whole thing.
Yeah. Just when they're gaining momentum. Yeah. You know what? They should have added a Ciampa or a fucking Loomis if you didn't release him, who looked really good on NWA the other night, by the way. Yeah. I mean, you had options, and you could have added another member. And by the way, dear WWE, never ever do a countdown clock for the unveiling of a new member. Get the fuck out of here. A surprise pop's a thing. Do it. Shit. A countdown clock, you morons.
Especially when it being what it was. Like, okay, if you just wanted to like unveil a new character, like whatever, like it's the new gimmicky thing. It is what it is. I haven't seen a clock tonight, have I? I don't think so.
No, they're not counting down to shit tonight.
Well, we're definitely fucked then. No, it's just I don't like whatever do the clock, but like for it to be that moment of all things was just the dumbest thing ever.
What is Doudrop wearing now? Oh, it's snakeskin. I think Dewey's good. I just think they gave her a shit name, and
once again, who the where did Doudrop come from? Is that like a Scottish cough drop or something? Like, what is a Doudrop? Like,
well, it was something
doesn't
to do.
sound like a word.
Eva Marie named her. Remember, she didn't have a name for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what the hell they came up with Dewey for, but Nikki's so good. She's just ridiculous in this costume, and it's stupid.
Oh,
you know what kills me?
What?
For all the goddamn dumb name changes that we've gotten, that didn't make any sense. You think almost a superhero would have instantly been changed when they were like, "No, you're going to be a heel." Like,
is it ironic?
Isn't it ironic? I do think.
I don't know. It's like one of those things. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I thought it would have. I don't think they know. I think they forgot. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, I thought they would have done it by now, but
just send out the girl in the costume. All right.
Yeah, like, I don't know. It needs to be over with because she was such a badass as Nikki Cross. That was an ugly bulldog.
All right, Liv screaming at her. How do you feel, Jim Cornette's opinion that
she's too pretty?
She's too pretty to be a wrestler.
I don't. You've had smaller women. I don't buy it. Like, now, is there certain matchups that don't go as smoothly as others? Yeah, but it's supposed to be fighting. It's supposed to be like, it doesn't. That's the point of like. Oh, not everybody's Shawn Michaels.
Did you see it was like a natural selection, but not?
Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, I don't know. Too pretty. Yeah, she's definitely pretty, but like, I think she can go. I think she's all right.
Well, I mean, here you
better
are.
Than some of the ones they have.
Well, you got Alexa Bliss in the ring. I think she qualifies as equally as pretty, and equal. She's even smaller, and she's a multi-time champion, a Grand Slammer.
There's never been any complaints about the way she goes, and like, she's good in the ring, and usually with anybody.
True. Yeah, I don't exactly. I mean, we're all the ladies back in the day, in the territory days, just tough looking, like meaty women. Like, what is she like? What are we getting at, old school guys? I think there was some sex appeal back in the days. Come on now, I've seen pictures.
Oh. Yeah, maybe not to the extent of today, but like he was around. Like, does he forget the Divas era? And he probably doesn't.
Yeah, but he loathes that too, so that's a bad example.
Okay.
There you go.
No, but like, I don't know. There's always been pretty ladies in wrestling.
They're going to the Money in the Bank. Too pretty to wrestle or not, they're going to Money in the Bank, folks.
There you go. That should be their new tag team name.
Ronnie, give Truth his baby back. No, we don't make tag teams. She drilled her with that.
Hey, like, do you think that could work? Those two together?
Yeah. I mean, why not? I mean, they looked like they would hang out. A lot of blonde hair in the match so far. I don't think WWE taped NXT best 2 episodes, and tomorrow night is live. There you go. I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
Yeah. We covered that in the news. It was something like, tomorrow night's live, and then but they're gonna tape, I think, 2 episodes or something like that. So I don't know. It's not the first time. It won't be the last. Last time I think it was due to renovations. So
Ronnie heard that Riddle's winning. Ronnie, I don't know who told you that.
2.
It's Roman?
Yeah, no. Hello, Tribal Chief. Thank you for being here.
Hogan, Shawn, Flair, Savage, or Save Edge. Is it Savage or
like you can't? I think it's Savage.
But
no, that's there's so many different fours. Like there's so many Mount Rushmores that you could have.
Yeah, I mean, and again,
right?
You can go back and I could talk about, you know, some of the you know, the greats of all greats and the Billy Grahams and the, you know, the San Martellos.
Billy San Martino. I said Billy. I meant Bruno.
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 Billy!
I think
No, it makes me mad when I'm trying to find a picture of Edge that doesn't have a purple face. Son of a bitch. It was a pain in the ass.
But like, oh man. Like he cut his hair, like you said, he was playing the part so well. And whether you liked his monologues or his big long speeches or not, whatever. But like you gotta think about it, 6 weeks, like they were cheering his ass off, him and his wife. So to make that complete change and to make people boo you like that, like that is some. Not everybody can do that on the roster.
No, it's not a good look.
So then just flop him. Whether it's to take Cody's spot for now, like, or the supernatural stuff, I don't know. But somehow, some way, there should have been another way to keep, like, let him just keep doing what he was doing. Why'd you have to screw it? If it's not broke, don't fix it. There you go.
I just don't get it. Like, it really is. And again, is it so important to you? Like, and this is where when people talked about, like, oh, well, Bray Wyatt, the Fiend was stupid, and da-da-da-da-da-da. How much of it did Bray want to do? How much did Bray like? Is this not something that we've seen over and over with the WWE, but they don't commit to anything? How are these three people who just committed to Edge thumping the shit out of them already? You fickle-minded people. And I don't know if Edge is, I don't know if Finn's the replacement. I think this might fizzle out now.
Well, that's like the point. Like I was reading, like backstage, like Edge had a report. I'm not saying like Finn or Rhea or like, but he's the veteran. He's been there. So even behind the scenes, if you think about the things that he could do for a young faction like that,
yeah,
that now when Finn goes backstage, it's not the same.
Right?
Does Finn get that leeway that Edge would? I don't think so. Right, and then even just on screen, like Edge has been there. He's been the young guy in the group. He's been a leader of a group. He's been like, yeah, Finn has too, but not to the extent or on the level that Edge has.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. It's interesting. I'm curious to see where it goes, but to your point, this could be something that just easily fades away.
Right.
Like with Edge, we were kind of talking about them fighting the Bloodline and stuff. Would you see them fighting the Bloodline now?
No. No. No.
Finn
That's actually a very valid point, Chris. I never even thought of it in that context.
Right? So you just made it like you. Now it all depends. They could turn it around. They could make this work. Like they've done. We've been surprised before. But their track record lately isn't so good. So you're just, I don't know. It just doesn't seem to make a lot of sense.
No, it's just so nearsighted. It's so short-sighted. And I mean, not to beat this to death, and we would catch up on these questions. We are in a commercial, so I will remind everybody who doesn't know we are the Wrasslin for Life Network. We are here 7 days a week. We are pumping out content constantly. And yeah, guys, we got these watch parties for all the major shows. We were here on the weekend for NWA Always Ready. What a fun show that was. They did not disappoint. If you haven't seen our coverage of that, do so. And we're back this weekend. We have AAA Tijuana. And we have, I believe we have that. I'm pretty sure we do. And then on Sunday, of course, it's Slammiversary. The following weekend, we have the Forbidden Door. Holy shit. Are you ready? They got enough time to get us amped for it. They're starting to call out some matches. Lots of wrestling coming.
No, that's
I think you're gonna need a bigger mountain.
No, a bigger mountain. No, it feels like since WrestleMania, it's just been every weekend there's some kind of show going on, whether it's GCW, AAA, NWA, like there seems to always be something going on.
Yeah, it'd be nice if they would take a weekend off. But yeah, no, and this one's funny because I didn't even think about Cena. I don't know how I leave Cena off that, right? It's a tough mountain to build. Now,
Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, I mean, but are you in a pickle where in nowadays that cutting loose a guy who just went through something, do you not at least give it a moment before you decide to part ways so you don't look like you're just bailing on a guy with issues?
Yeah, I think it's one of those kind of. I think WWE did it before Jeff left, and that's why it was part of the reason why he wanted out was you offer him the help, and you've seen Vince do it to many wrestlers before. Get help and no problem, but if you say no, we may have to fire you.
Yeah,
and right, because you can only help them so much. So at a certain point, are you going to pay for that liability? I don't know.
I don't think so.
That's a tough call.
Shit, I just had a thought there. But what I did find interesting is I did hear the interview between the Hardys on Jericho's podcast. And what I found very intriguing about it, if you go back and listen to that, anybody who hasn't, but when they did bring up some of the legal issues and the story and how things worked out, I found that Matt did a lot of the talking. I felt like he interjected quite a bit.
I was going to say, does this throw any shade onto the way that Jeff left WWE and the rumors that we were hearing?
Yeah, the only saving grace for him was he passed the drug test, but maybe he was drunk. Like maybe it was something else. And I don't want to speculate. Again, it's all speculation. But the guy said, I was just fed up and I went and sat in the crowd or went out into the crowd. I didn't think it was a big deal. Come on now, it's a big deal.
You're a 25, 30-year veteran in the business.
You didn't think just leaving the apron was bad?
Right.
But he had enough. I understand why he had enough. I mean, everyone talked about the bullshit position they had him in for a long time and, the stink about the 24/7 title. I understand. But when the WWE said we were worried about his condition, and I know, and I kind of touched on it before, where a couple weeks ago they were showing replays of AEW in his match where he was trying to find his footing on that rope and such. Again, 25-year veteran. And, again, people were like, well, maybe what's up with Jeff? But it seems like there was a struggle.
Yeah, we don't know if this was just a one-off or if it's been going on or anything like that. We weren't there hanging out with him, so we can't. It's not good to speculate. It doesn't really do anybody any good. But unless he comes out and does a tell-all interview and lets everybody know, which I don't think he will.
No,
right now at least. No, you hope the best for him, and you hope him or anybody around him gets hurt or does anything too bad happens, and he can just find his way back to being clean and sober.
Yeah, I mean, dude. Yeah, listen, it's paralyzing to the person going through it, and being around somebody that has those type of dependency issues is never easy for everyone around them. So you just want to see him get healthy, but he's got kids, he's got family, he's got loved ones that, everyone knows what Jeff can be when he's at his best. So not to beat this to death, folks, but what is up, Boss Monster? I don't know why the fuck they're giving us a replay of this shit. They just get to the match already.
Well, they got to remind you in case you have amnesia about what happened.
Stop it.
It was a week ago.
Just get to the point, or do like a little picture-in-picture thing like you used to. There's not enough of those, like the picture-in-picture promos. Not having actually watched Raw. Yeah, thanks, boss.
Some weeks. But they have their moments. Hey, it started out with Paul Heyman and the Miz in the ring, so
yeah,
it meant that everything was downhill from there.
Jesus
No,
Christ.
not necessarily. What the hell? Oh, I thought he was gonna win.
Should have won, but he should have won. Take it right like there.
But no, we got KO and Ezekiel in the ring right now. So, hey, two talented guys, whether you're a fan of the storyline or not, they've made it way better than a lot of people could have.
Who's Repo's man's daughter?
See, what?
Who's Repo
I'm
Man?
looking it up now.
Now I'm going to be like, I love Liv Morgan wrestling attire in pink, nothing extra. Just pink, regular wrestling attire. Love it. Yeah, it's a different look for her. And she didn't have her signature eyeball or two. Alexa Bliss. Film, it looks like you got a lot of crushes, buddy. Oh, bless you. They did it because they need a baby face now that Cody's hurt. Yeah, I get the idea, but it's bullshit. Why Edge? Is Edge the best choice? I don't know. Yeah, I think that's bullshit. I think you had a lot of other options. Boss Monster showing some love. Doudrop can actually wrestle. Yes, you can. What up, boss? Yo, the camera angles, bro. Yeah, the camera angles are all over the place. Victor! Finally, the great one has arrived. What's up, Victor? Good to see you, buddy. Peace out.
Shit.
Oh, wait,
see
what
you later,
happened?
Film. Thanks for being here.
All right, Film. Take it easy, buddy. Bye for now. Peace. One of my dreams happened. Liv Morgan and Alexa Bliss team up. True. Man,
I think there was a lot of guys'
buddy.
dream. Looks like the Hamburglar. She be looking like Jet Repo Man's daughter.
Oh, gotcha. Nice. I like it.
Got me up here looking at who Repo Man daughter was.
It's Elise. Okay. Now I'm completely lost. No, that was funny. Sorry. Completely blanked on that, JV. There's another Minions movie?
Probably.
They milked the shit out of these yellow little bastards.
Yeah, why not?
They're
Instead of coming up with something creative, just
Man,
keep writing about the same shit.
bro, get baked and watch those funny fuckers.
Right? Like, man, you go to Disney, you go on to Disney now and you click Toy Story and there's like 15 of them. Now some of them are short movies and stuff like that, but I'm like, when did this all happen? Like, I know they went to 4 and that was a big deal, but then they have like all these other like, I was like, holy, what? How much Toy Story can I watch? Well, apparently a lot.
Right? Bailey, Alexa Bliss, and Bailey. Yeah. You know, Chris, I would have never guessed that you had a thing for Bailey, but now you're getting a little greedy here.
Bailey, but recently married.
Guys, did you see the switchblade promo? It was the first thing I saw this morning, and I sent it to the boys and girls in the group. And I was blown away by it. Did not expect it. We were talking about Hangman Okada, Chris, and now Jay White puts the strap on his shoulder and tells Hangman he's nothing but a piece of shit.
I like to see it. I'm down.
Yeah?
That would be a great match. Wow. Oh, yeah.
I want better for Jay White.
But Hangman Page is sick.
Oh, I don't know.
Everybody seems to think he's missing something, but I just think it was, and we kind of been on here discussing it before, where it was like where you've seen in the past with other champions, they had kind of like meaningful, longer feuds where a lot of his were just like, and maybe it's because we were seeing him more often. He was just doing the one-off matches during the week and stuff, but like, Yeah, I don't know. Is Reign was a little lackluster, but I think that was more due to creative than him. I think every match he had was almost a 5-star match.
Fair
We're
enough.
sitting here blown away, and whether it was or like other things going on behind the scenes, like Tony Khan tweeting stuff, and it kind of took away from how good his matches and some of his moments were, in my opinion.
Jesus. Yeah, no, well said, sir. Yeah, that valid point. A bunch of valid points. Yeah, you kind of got me there. Yeah, but I see what you're saying 100%. We talked about this before. I agree with that. Do you remember when Hangman kind of did that heel turn in ROH and kind of went against? I think he was pretty much going against the Bullet Club at that time, but he was like this real chip on his shoulder. I'm not taking shit from nobody. I kind of want that. Like that might give a little more feel to what he's doing. I don't know how the subtle baby face has gone for him. Now, some people don't seem to mind him. I just think it's just, I don't know. But to your point, he had great matches.
The blue fuck?
Wow.
Did you see what he did? Usually they tip the stairs over. He like F-U'd him, not F, yeah, F-U'd him onto the stairs.
Oh.
But like the stairs were still stairs. They weren't tipped over.
No.
It looked extremely painful. Whether like you know how to take that or not, that didn't look fun.
No.
Look, watch. They're showing it now, I think.
Yeah, I just saw it. That was before the break.
Oh.
I'm a huge fan of Switchblade. I want to see more Switchblade. I think he's talented. I mean, there's a lot of matches I'd like to see with Jay White in. What do you think of Zack Sabre Jr. calling out Bryan?
Oh.
No.
See, I think they're going to tear the house down. Like, don't get me wrong. I think Zack Sabre has kind of lost some of the momentum he had a year or two ago. He, to me, like Ospreay's kind of taken over his spot. Like, where a year or two ago, he seemed to be on fire. He was winning titles. He was winning tournaments. Like, and he's kind of, I think he got injured there for a bit.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
He did step away.
But like, he seemed to fizzle out a little bit. So I prefer to see Brian Okada, Brian Ibushi, but Sonata, or even Sonata would be a good one to see him with.
Yeah.
But Zack Sabre Jr., they're going to tear the house down, and it's going to be really interesting. It's going to be really fun to watch. A lot of technical wrestling, some good stretches. Maybe we see the pretzel.
All right. You got me a little sold on it. I agree with you, though. I think Zach has lost some of the notoriety, the headlines. I think Ospreay's taken a lot of that up. And
Jay White.
But and you look at a lot of the shows that we cover, and we cover a lot of wrestling. We don't see Zach very often. You don't see him in where's he been? Like we don't catch him a whole lot. Oh, Owens loses.
Kevin Owens lose?
Count out.
We're getting a third.
Yeah, but it breaks my heart. I'd like to see KO in the Money in the Bank. Not fighting Ezekiel at Money in the Bank. Am I wrong? And there's a guy, by the way, when people said, well, they had to make Edge the big baby face. That guy right there could have been that.
100%.
They just got to let him go. Uh-oh. Who wants to speak with Zeke?
Oh, no. He's calling them Zeke freaks.
Oh, it's Zeke freaks.
Okay. Fuck.
Oh, my God. He's Zeked up. Fuck.
So wait, did he just qualify or does he want him?
He wants to be.
Oh, he got a hold of Elias.
Wait, what? Elias is going to be on Monday Night Raw next week. Breaking news. So, how are we going to do this? How are we going to do this?
I've said it from the beginning. How are they going to get out of this? And if this is how they're getting out of it, I am so intrigued. There's no way. Now, he just said something there. He's like, he's may have aged a little bit. So what are we going to get? Like,
no, he never said he would also be on the show. That's the catch.
but is he going to, like, are they going to give him a fake beard?
Yeah.
And pray to God that it doesn't fall off?
Probably. I don't hope not, man. I don't know what to tell you. That is insane to me. Elias is announced for Monday Night Raw next week, guys. Monday Night Raw next week.
Out?
We are going to find out what Elias looks like right now. They must be. I mean, it's not hard to find a guy that looks like Elias, right?
People are going to be snapping pictures going home, right? They'll be doing it from their phone in the building. Like, there's no way you're going to be able to pull it off that good with a look-alike.
Shit. Is it going to be like the...
To your point.
Go ahead. To my point.
I was just going to say, the only way this is Zeke isn't on the show. There's no way they're both in that ring. And if they're in that ring together somehow, without it being completely, like, obvious that is bullshit, I'm going to fall over. That's going to be insane.
Are they going to do the Three Faces of Foley bullshit? Is that a possibility? Alexis, good to see ya.
Alexis, thank you for being here.
JV.
Oh, my.
Could you fucking imagine? He did retire.
They do. But you would know. Like, this would be so... Is that the point? They're just going to screw with us and be like, see...
Oh, wait. It might even be like... Yeah, like Owens is like, that's not Elias. And then you learn everything, you know. Yeah, it is. Ronnie sharing some love. No, he did not admit he's Elias. He is announced that Elias will be on Monday Night Raw next week. I don't know how that's going to work, but we will find out.
I'm so confused.
Chris, you definitely have given us that impression. The other Chris, not you, bud.
No, I know. This happened a couple times, and I'm like, wait, what did I do? And then I realized, no.
Boom, 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 boom. Okada is Thanos level event. Yeah, let's go. Like, I mean, it's interesting now how these stories are going to play out and how they're going to tag everyone in. Sandow is a funny answer. I'll give you that. Absolutely, JV. We got that one. Poor Two Dimes got whacked. Right. New mini coming out. Okay. Disney keeps helping them. Oh, boss. I will continue to talk about Bailey. You got that one. Alexis, hello and welcome back. I think the Dark Order ruined his character. Hangman. Yeah. It did help. It did help in the viewpoint. Hanging around with the Dark Order. I think the Dark Order were... Listen, the beginning, the Dark Order were really cool. Even before Brody Lee. People forget that Uno and Grayson. And I mean, at one point they were coming out with those other, like the what were they? The men, the followers. They were making like a throne of people for Uno. It had an element of all right. Let's see what these guys were. If they just stayed seriously, and I don't understand why. Like I get the Brody situation, and they gave him that night, and the Dark Order went over, and they should have. It was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen in wrestling. But why couldn't they just go back to being like, we are the cult that he wanted us to be? Why would they go campy and sticky? And I don't know, but it did hurt Adam Page to spend extended amount of time involved with them. Love when you're here. Thank you. I think I clicked that one 3 times now. KJ, I would love to see a huge dream match. Konosuke Takashita and Tajiri Shimuro Mori in the first match at Forbidden Door. I don't know how they're going to give us a few brand on brand matches, I imagine, right? Anybody want to confirm that? Yeah, Takeshita has been endearing himself highly. Good time for Chris to bounce. But yeah, all right. Elias Raw next week. Yeah, I'm confused too. I said, hey, Victor Nash and JV. There you go. Did Ezekiel just admit he's Elias? No. Hello, Alexis. Remind me to miss Raw again next week. Boss, I wish I was missing Raw right now. I mean, I don't know what to say. There's nothing to really dig into. Nobody's really interesting, and everything ends stupid. And everything's an angle for another angle. Nothing's just a thing. Like, oh, yeah, that was a good match. The only way they pull this off is if you have Sandow come out as Elias. Well, it might not be Sandow, but it will be really freaking interesting on how they're going to finagle this one. Yeah, I mean, the only way they could even like do the video monitor idea of it is what? Take an old Elias. Did they pre-tape something before giving him a makeover? Like, I don't know. I'm just guessing at this point. I just don't get it. Oh, there you go. I would love to see Takeshita. Did I read that one? Oh, Takeshita versus Taji of the Bullet Club at Forbidden Door. Yeah, but Alexis, I think the Bullet Club is going to be interesting. It will be interesting to see what happens now. I didn't expect Jay White to call Adam Page out. I don't know. I mean, we just started seeing Takeshita. So, Takashita, you know what I'm trying to say. MVP's in the ring. What's your thoughts on the ladder match for AEW since Jeff Hardy was arrested? Do they have a normal tag team ladder match? I think so. Maybe. I mean, this is an opportunity, I guess, if you want to try and bury some of the bad press. Do you pull out another? Does Matt still wrestle? That's the curious part for me. Even though he did nothing wrong, but in an interest of keeping it out of the minds of the fans, do you go two, like just straight up 2 teams, 1-on-1, good old tag team ladder match? Or do you give, do you work on a surprise pop? Do you bring in someone like Cesaro, even though you don't want to pay him as much, but do you just do it? And he wrestles with Matt Hardy. Like, what is really the angle here? Like, what do you do? How do you take on that situation? For me, I'd pull the Hardys out and drop someone else in that the fans will be excited to see. That's my thought on it. KJ, I think a better dream match would be Hangman, would be Clark Connors. You think? Cedric Alexander's here. And he's got some fur on his stuff. I don't know, folks. Let me know what you think in the chat. Like Alexis here. What are some of your thoughts for Forbidden Door? What are some of the things we're going to get? I mean, And actually, I'm going to just jump ahead a little bit here, and I'll get back to that. But Osprey will destroy on Forbidden Door. Boss Monster, you might not be wrong, but AEW completely flubbed bringing Osprey in. In my humble opinion, they did a really cool thing by the little bit of the bait and switch on Wednesday where the music hits. You think the tag team's going to come out. Nope. There's Will Ospreay. And everybody popped. Oh, my God, it's Will Ospreay. Everybody buzzed. Oh, my God, it's Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay was on a nationally televised American wrestling show. That's pretty cool. A lot of people had their minds blown by that. Then you put him in a 6-man. Fine. I get it. Just an appetizer, just a tease. Fine. We get the 6-man. You put him with Aussie Open. Not a lot of people, Aussie. I would argue that Aussie Open isn't on the tip of people's tongue the way Osprey is. But, they're, associated, for those who are paying attention, they're in the United Empire. So you're like, okay, I'm in. Let's see this. The FTR is on the other side. And fine. Some people said he shouldn't have been in the 6-man tag. He should have been straight up one-on-one to show himself off. We got time for that. But how does he lose? How did the new guys on the block lose that match? If you want to sell us on Forbidden Door, if you want to sell us on the angle, if you want to sell us on this storyline, and these guys coming in from New Japan are gonna, are here to kick ass and take names, and they're serious, and AEW's in trouble with, who knows what could happen. Well, no, you take the sting right out of that right away. And even some of the way they're booking some of this is interesting. But to the point, and staying on topic with Osprey has to get that pin. Osprey hits a big move, 1, 2, 3. But Trent Beretta got the win. Why? And my theory is this. That was Punk's spot, which we feel like it should have been. Based on everything, it made sense. By the way, MVP destroyed Cedric. Okay. But yeah, I think in that moment you got to push Osprey, you got to show him off. And I think that what we had instead was Tony had written out that Punk was going to get the W. And then when they put Trent in, they just kept the story the same. They didn't even think, this doesn't make as much sense. It made sense for Punk to get that win. But for Trent to get the pin with all those bodies, I don't know, man. I think it was a bit of a botch. Victor's happy about AJ being here. MVP won. Yeah, MVP got a win. So, where were we? Yeah, I got that one. Bray or Redbeard should be taken over the Dark Order. A lot of time, JV, we've rumored about the Dark Order being taken over Bray Wyatt. Now, late last year, we're getting another. Nobody gets more airtime than Seth freaking Rollins. We're right about this, right? And by the way, they had that whole handshake with Cody, and the fans were kind of behind it. That was your baby face. That could have been your baby face instead of Edge. For those who said, well, they needed a baby face. No, they didn't. Where was my point? I thought way back when the Dark Order was all over the place. Remember, there was some, they were infighting and they weren't getting along, and Paige didn't want to be with them anymore. I really thought there was opportunities where you could kind of play that game of the lights flickering and da-da-da. But essentially, Bray would walk in. I still want Bray to return with people. And I hope one of the people he returns with is Bo Dallas. Redbeard would be cool. I don't really care about Braun Strowman. He doesn't do much for me. So you bring him in with his cult, right? The cult of Rotunda or whatever you want to call it. And then you have that opportunity for him to kind of cleanse. Like, to let everyone know in the Dark Order that you've disappointed the memory of Brody Lee. You've disappointed, holy shit. I look down and this is what I see. Dude, I was not expecting that.
Well, it was good timing, wasn't it?
Yeah, I just looked down and was shit. He heard me talking about it. No, that's funny.
It's funny. They're actually on my table. I was playing with them. Me and my son were playing with them. I got both.
You may be a wrestling household when.
Yeah, he loves them.
AJ's coming to the ring right now with Seth to follow. They cut a couple promos and backstage. Of course, surprisingly, AJ is, calling out that he was disgusted by the actions against Cody Rhodes. I don't know, man. Do you not think Seth could have been the babyface if you just left it at that handshake?
Yeah. No, I seen Alexis's comment there. Yeah, no, definitely. Like I think we all bought it hook, line, and sinker, and we were like, man, is he just like switching right now? Like, what is going on? And then of course he comes out and we know how it ended. But yeah, if you would have just left that at that, there was a good chance that like if he switched his tone and stopped laughing, it could have went. He could have been your face.
Right. KJ remind me of showing you some kung fu movie to understand their language. Listen, it's one thing to understand. It's another thing to pronounce that shit backwards and my wet ass trying to get it out properly. But yeah, no, Alexis, that's funny as hell. You put me on some kung fu movies. Let me know. Man, where are you? You go on break and everyone starts asking about New Japan. Where was it? I was trying to read all the names. That was the pain in the ass. Where is it? There we go. Konosuke Takeshita.
Takeshita.
Taji. Well, I know Taji.
Taji from the...
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure the one guy, to be quite honest with you. The first guy. But, yeah.
We will go there. Osprey will destroy the Forbidden Door. I said they booked him.
I think so.
They did fuck up his. Do you not think they there's no way Trent Beretta gets the win on Rampage?
Oh, I think it was weird. Yes, I think one of them should have got it, but Osprey's done good on social media at whining and making a show of things. So more motivation to actually win at Forbidden Door.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, kind of surprising.
A little bit. I mean, as an introductory to like, oh, look, this guy's world renowned. Well, his team just lost. I know he didn't get pinned, but you didn't really exactly make me go, ooh, watch out. You got to let them win. The new guy, like the invaders always win the first round. At least.
Yeah, because you think they're going to cheer, like they're not going to cheer Osprey and them. They're going to be the bad guys coming in, so.
Yeah, they got to get the win.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but.
Yeah, you got to show us they're badass, right? They're on your TV for the first time. You have to show, like, it's this like weird thing that, like, oh well, they know who he is. It's okay, but like he should have drilled Trent Beretta, pinned him 1, 2, 3, and jumped up, did his horn thingy, and everyone would have been happy.
This horn thing,
right?
Can't disagree there. That would have been a good way to go with it.
That's what I think. I mean, it's hard to say that about Thunder Rosa. She's such a good veteran, right? Ooh. Like, I mean, I'd say she's miles ahead of Statlander.
I haven't heard that one too much. A lot of people talk about how well she does in the ring. It's usually like other things kind of that I've heard about her, like behind the scenes, or I think the one today I read about her actually was making Marina Shafir look bad. So
yes.
I didn't so things like that, but never like her ability in the ring.
She's a vet. She's been around for a minute, but Statlander, this new Statlander, the Statlander that came out and pancake.
Badass.
Yeah, let's do that all day long. I think she's from St. Louis. or somewhere like that. But shout out to that. She's not from Andromeda, the Andromeda Galaxy anymore. So, amen. Golden Gate 26, Boston 16 in the first quarter.
Oh,
interesting. Thanks, Victor. That's funny as hell. Cedric Alexander looks like he mugged Max Moon. Who's Max Moon? Oh, shit. Victor with a hot take and a half, Chris.
Oh, damn. Or do you let Matt go to the broken universe? Like poor Matt. Like, he must, he was so happy. He was a kid on Christmas morning, like when Jeff showed up. And then, what's he thinking now? Please, 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 please. I don't want to go back to WWE. I don't want to go back to WWE.
Oh, man, you know what? Yeah, I mean, and that's why I say I find Matt at times super protective. But I'm like, is he trying to protect Jeff, or is he just trying to make Jeff good enough so that he still has a career too?
You're going to be upset when I remind you of who Max Moon was. I know I remembered that name. It was Conan's first name. Conan.
Oh, JV slipped one on me. Fuck. Good call, Chris.
I looked it up. I won't lie. I had help. Because it was bugging me. I'm just like, I know that name.
Uh-huh. I thought, what do you mean? A Jetson character? What? Anyway. Nice. Alexis, come down to my Kung Fu hut for some drunken noodle Tai Chi. I feel like there's euphemisms in there, so we're just going to move on.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that dirty talk?
Clark Connors is also a cowboy, Chris. Yes, he is.
Yes.
Yeehaw. Boss Monty, yes, he is. We confirmed. Boss Monster, I will bring KJ with me. Save me some Chinese food. Sweet. Oh. Indeed. MVP won. Yes, he did. KJ, what if they finally bring Bray Wyatt back? Oh, shit. Well, I mean,
with Bray?
Oh, fuck. I don't want it. I don't want it. And if they do it, he's got to win it. But I don't want him with Matt.
No, would you even be happy to see Broken Universe again at this point?
No, not right now. Not how they need to set it up, right? Let him go away and come back, start making hints at it. You can't dive right back into it. I mean, to me, the Broken Universe is one of those things that, every once in a while you strike, iron. That crack of the bat is right in the sweet spot, and it's gone. And that's what this was. And I think a couple times now, the WWE completely fucked that up. But I mean, how many times have we repeated that sort of story right now? But they had a really good thing with him and Bray, and it actually got comical. But they gave up on it again. But nonetheless, Chris, I think it would be very anticlimactic if Bray finally showed up on wrestling and it was during this match. It's not the moment. I think his moment is when one of the champions are standing on top of the ring at the end of a pay-per-view, grilled, and he shows up and just upheavals it all, or at the end of a main event. Something dramatic, something that tells everybody he is here and he's going to take over. This isn't it. This is not it. Don't wish that shit on me.
I agree. It's bigger. It'd have to be bigger.
Chat is bumping. AJ Styles and Seth Rollins are in the middle of a Money in the Bank qualifier. Are you surprised that one of these men will not be in the tournament?
Yeah, I really am. Because then what does the other do? Does he just screw the other guy because he beat him and that's how their feud continues? Or
my only thought was maybe Finn screws up AJ and AJ stays that way.
Oh, but who does he have to help him now? That's you had us intrigued with the club.
Yes.
This whole decision didn't just affect 4 people.
You ruined everything.
You had another faction going that is now just poof. And the fans were happy about him. But it's just gone. It's just you just, it's so bad. Such bad decision making.
It really is. And to your point, I know I was laughing, but yeah, they did kind of ruin everything because you're like, man, okay, so how can we angle this? Are there other people that have some ties to Finn and AJ to make this kind of cool? And what else could they? No, no. But you see
No,
it. They lost everything. Like who are they rival? Who are they going to go up against now? We don't know yet. We got to find out. What is the story? Like what do they see in Finn that they didn't see in Edge? Like I don't know. Lots to be told. We've been beating that these down.
because I believe even Priest and them, like, he called us last night when they first said it. So it was, you decided within 24 hours that this guy's better than this guy because of the way he looked at you. I don't know. It's just such a weak story. Such a bad way to do things for a billion-dollar company. Right? You think you would see the writing on the wall, and like I said, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Because now you've kind of technically screwed up. And like I said, they may pull this off, and they may make it work. Their track record is not very good lately, but man, they just ruined two factions that the fans were behind. All the sake for one, and whether it's whatever the reasons are, like maybe it was the Edge just didn't want to do it, and then okay, you can kind of understand it. Maybe, like, I don't know why you'd want them to go supernatural when I thought what they were doing was pretty cool. But yeah, KJ, I think Seth Rollins would fit great as the Dark Order Messiah. I think he's good enough if you pull it off. As we've seen from Seth, he's able to pull off different characters, whether you love it, hate it, or he's not afraid to try. And I think, yeah, if you give him that Messiah, I think KJ was saying that earlier about if you give KJ says no. If you gave the Messiah a few other people that made it make sense, and they didn't just give up on it the way it seemed, I think it could have went pretty well. Are you talking about these? Yeah, don't worry. I won't put any of them on now. I'm done for the night. AJ is technically retired. Are you talking? Are you? Are you talking about like is the way he is in WWE and the way he's been handled, I guess, or the way he's one of those guys that's kind of just found his routine and sticks to it. He doesn't really go above it. Doesn't really go beyond it. His matches, in my opinion, aren't as good as they were when he first showed up. That is pretty cool, Victor. Yeah, I didn't get a Fiend mask. That would have been perfect. But I do have those two. So, if Fiend one, though, that'd be pretty cool. Max, yeah. We both, mind blank on that one. So far, it's been a 6 out of 10, Chris. Yeah, it's been okay. It hasn't been the worst. It's still kind of like it's just Raw just tends to have that average feeling usually every week. Like the odd time they'll do a pretty good show, but more times than not, it's either average or below average. I think the last couple have been below 5. KJ, I know Thunder Rosa really, really, really wants Athena in AEW. That would be her best match in the ring. Then people would say, wow. Excuse me. Well, she got her wish. And that would be a really cool match, I think. Those two in the ring together, I think, could give you some stuff that you would like to see. I think they're both good in the ring. I think Athena Ember Moon is also good in the ring. My problem with her was sometimes her promos, and maybe it was just the fact of giving her a script. I don't know. It just her promo skills kind of needed help or needed a little more. But in the ring, I'm a big fan, and her finisher is awesome. There's not many finishers that catch her eye the way hers does. And I think that'd be a great match. Fun facts. Oh, excuse me. Shawn Michaels took on Max Moon for the WWF title on the very first Raw. Yes, I believe that's true, but I'll take your word for it. JV with the big facts all the time. Nice, Gene, Victor Nash. I believe the loser. Yeah, Victor, that's one way. I think we've seen it before, last chance matches or second chance, and like all the losers fight each other, or two of the losers, or woo, AJ with big move. So yeah, there's probably a possibility, or yeah, I don't know. It'd be very odd to kind of not see either of these two in the match. Has we saw my girl Liv Morgan and Alexa Bliss yet? Yes, Alexis. If you missed it, you were just a little late. It wasn't that long ago. They were in a tag team match. They won. They have now both qualified for the Money in the Bank at Money in the Bank with Lacey Evans. So that means there's 3 spots still left and 3 still full. That's, yeah, math for you. Where are we? What's up, KJ and Chris? Do you guys have a Discord service? I want to say yes. We'll save that one for KJ because, to be honest, I don't know what that is. And I know we've talked about it a lot. We've had conversations about it as like a group, and those are usually the conversations I stay out of because, yeah, I'm not too savvy when it comes to certain things on the internet. Or they both get counted out and both are entered into the Money in the Bank, or maybe they fight again. Discord is up. Stay tuned. KJ from the chat. Yeah, Victor, or they both get counted out. I don't know if they both get counted out and both be put in. Maybe they have to fight again, which that would be pretty neat. I wouldn't mind that. It's been a pretty good match so far. But yeah, I think if they somehow like end up both in a DQ, I think it's more likely they end up in another match than both getting put in, but you never know. AJ has been sanitized for your protection. Yeah, he's just, like I said, one of those guys that just, he kind of found his routine, and his matches haven't been as good, in my opinion, compared to when he first got to WWE. He just sticks to his routine, and he doesn't really do anything above it or anything less than it. You usually get to see those moves probably in a very similar order that you did last week and the week before. And the thing with him is he makes it look really good. When he sells, he makes it look really good. So that's the difference with him and some of the other guys that are kind of just in a routine and floating around. But yeah, I kind of think I see what you're saying there, boss. Seth is the Joker 2.0. Hollywood, take notice. Oh, there's so many better people for that. Just saying. Hello, Alexander. Thank you for being here. Nice to see you. Boss is saying hello as well. Chris, what if Bray Wyatt is working on a clown horror type gimmick like Pennywise? Well, the thing with Bray, and that's, I think, the intriguing part, is we don't know exactly what if he goes back to WWE, he can do the same things. He can use The Fiend. He can use Bray Wyatt. He can. We are not getting a buckle bump. Sorry, there's something in my eyeball. Working on a ceiling all day. Not very much fun. But no, so if Bray goes back to WWE, he can do the same stuff. If he goes to AEW, if he goes to Impact, Ring of Honor, New Japan, he has to change his character completely. Can he be similar? Yes. Can't use the same name. Can't use. So if he goes to something like Pennywise and kind of changes the mask a little bit and changes some of the things he does, it wouldn't surprise me. But I think that's the most intriguing part about this Bray Wyatt situation is everybody's curious on how he's going to do this if he does leave WWE. Because there's just so many possibilities with a guy that creative who seems to be into some darker gimmicks. And if he goes to a thing like Pennywise, I think he could pull that off, no problem. So, I think that'd be cool. I think that would be very cool to see. Seth Rollins is a banger so far. It has been pretty good. Like I said, they're both talented guys. No matter when they're in the ring together, they're going to put up a pretty good, smooth match. Good transitions like that right there. That was beautiful. Little reversal to the over-the-shoulder neck breaker on the knee. It was pretty smooth. It's pretty quick. And these guys are talented. That's why they are who they are and why they get the respect they do. Is even when they are kind of in the routine, it still looks like a phenomenal match. Tribal Chief is asking, KJ, when will the Discord server be ready? He said Discord is up. Stay tuned. Search us. This is awesome. All from KJ. Search now. Laugh out loud. There you go. There you go, Tribal. Go find us. We are there. Everybody in the chat, if you want, go check us out. Nice reversal, back and forth. Are we finally getting the buckle bomb? How do you guys feel about the buckle bomb? I know there's been a lot of criticism on it because of like what it did to Sting and stuff. He did take ownership and said it was his mistake, not Seth's. They even talked about it beforehand. But do you think it's a necessary move? Do you think it's too impactful? Looks too much can go wrong? Or do you think it's a good move? You like to see that impact, and guys should know how to take it. What if we get Matt Hardy and Willow in a triple threat ladder match on Dynamite? Willow, I believe, is in jail. So I don't know how that's going to happen. But I don't know. I think the Hardys need to stay away from the hardcore stuff for a minute. Seth Rollins with the win. I missed the ending of that.
Holy shit, dude. Oh.
I was looking at the chat. What did I miss on that ending?
I'll tell you what you missed. You missed damn near killing me. I choked because of you made me laugh at the whole Willow's in jail. Anyway. Yeah, it turned into a roll-up. Chop
Just
block.
Straight up roll-up?
Thought it was a roll-up. But I was choking to death at the time.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, no, because I had to think. I'm like, is there another Willow that I'm not thinking of? And so it came out real slow. Yeah, Willow's a little busy at the moment.
Here we go.
So,
yeah, he folded him. Seth got a W, though, Chris. Not to interrupt the Willow thought, but...
well, it's been a while.
Well, there you go, folks.
But he'd lose... I get it, so...
Yeah, go to Discord and search for us.
Do you honestly think AJ's not going to be in this match, though?
Maybe, like you said, we do a fatal 4-way or some bullshit for the final spot, but maybe he's not. I don't know. Like, maybe AJ doesn't want to be in a ladder match at this point in his career. I don't know. Like, to your point, while I was on break there, like you know, he's kind of mailed it in a little bit.
Oh, he definitely found his routine and just stuck with it, right? Like, you see that you can almost go back in each week. Now, some of them aren't as long as this one, and it's kind of just who you're in the ring with, but you kind of see that same Styles match every time he's in the ring. Occasionally, like I said, depending on who he's in there with, it goes a little, and how much time he gets, it can be a little better, but it's still usually very similar matches for all of them.
Yeah, I don't think we'll get Willow. I don't think we're going to get the Hardys at all. Like, I mean, I think their best move is to pull Matt from the match 2 if you want to replace the tag team, go ahead. I feel bad for Matt, but I think to get away from the static, because now you will force the announcers to say, well, there's Matt Hardy. Like, listen, everybody knows what happened is one thing. And putting another tag team in saying, well, the Hardys couldn't be here due to personal reasons, blah, blah, blah. But when Matt's in the match, and you kind of got to keep reminding people why the other dude's there and not Jeff, it's a little different. And I think, to me, but I think knowing Tony, he's going to try and do something that gets a pop to take our mind off it.
Thought of something.
Oh.
Now, yeah, unfortunately for Matt, pull Matt, New Age Outlaws.
Wait, what?
Pull Matt
from
the mat. So his tag team's gone.
And send out the New Age Outlaws?
And Road Dogg.
Shut the fuck up.
Now, I don't know how that would go. I'm guessing Road Dogg's not climbing a ladder anytime soon, but like for that nostalgia pop. And Billy Gunn's a freak of nature at this point, so why not? He looks like he could fight for the championship with how jacked he is. So,
yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know if Road Dogg still got it.
Well, you just need to hit. Like, I think he could pass for a match, especially a match like that where you can take a bump, roll to the outside for 10 minutes, come back in, do a couple of his punches. Get knocked out, roll to the outside of the ring, stay there for the end of the match. Let Billy Gunn run around taking all the big actual bumps and the action.
Yeah.
Just for that, you know how much Tony loves the nostalgia pop, and we've seen the Outlaws have kind of been going around together at certain events, certain signings and stuff.
I said months ago that he'd pay for that. Like, I mean, and again, he loves that pop, that like, holy shit. Man, I don't know. I don't know if there's some variation. I'm sure that the you didn't know is not something that they're going to be able to throw out there. But it's too bad, because if they could walk out and hit us with, like, if the whole place was silent and you're waiting on who's about to come out, and before anything happens, you hear, oh, you didn't know? The place would come unglued easily. Snap.
So, shit. Like, do you think even if he had like does it still count if he has like a live mic and says it? Or can they just not use like that pre-recorded one?
No, I think because the intellectual,
it's the words themselves.
That would be deemed as a catchphrase. Now, again, the trademarks and shit expire. Tony's had funny ways. Like, I never thought the Hardys music was just a generic pick them out of the air music. That's why Jeff was like, oh yeah, man, that's just generic music. You hear that in like movie trailers and shit all the time. And it's true.
Yeah.
You hear that Hardys song in a lot of shit.
Was there something you could, like, you still have that but like change like the sentence after instead of you didn't know? Like, I wouldn't even. I'm trying to think of it, but like,
I think you have to hit us with like Billy Gunn's music, because we know what that is, and then he comes out and then he pauses and points backwards, and then you get some type of.
But what if he comes out with "I'm an ass man"?
That'd be even better. I mean, it was hilarious, you know. And the guy,
I love that song.
I mean,
like, it was
if the shoe fits, perfect. Bro. Tribal Chief, next stream I'll come back with some more information on Discord. I know we have it up and ready. It hasn't done much yet, but let me confer with CJ and such, and I will get back to you on all the details. If you happen to stumble on us while you're there, great. But no, we were still in the prep process, so I will give you an update as soon as possible. But we're looking forward to bringing Discord to the channel. Another way to interact with the fans, keep it clean, keep it fun. But yeah, it's going to be cool. So it's just another step in the right direction here at the Wrasslin 4 Live Network. So stay tuned for Discord. If you don't have it, download it as an app. It's fun. I'm just figuring that out.
Or this just popped into my head. What if Matt Hardy shows up with Gangrel?
Oh, fuck that. Get out of here. Get out of here. Do you want to see that? I don't want to see that. Listen, shout out to Gangrel. But no. I mean, I saw him limp out to the ring the other night, and it was not good. Yeah, no.
Oh, you think so?
He got bow-legged on the one leg for some reason. Ciampa, who cares about me? He's about to lose to Riddle. That's sad.
And it looks like quickly as possible. But Riddle looking like, look at these two roll around though. Look how smooth that look.
Because Ciampa's a pro and Riddle's underrated. People do get stuck up on the whole bro gimmick. But I mean, you remember when he got called up to the main roster and he had a barn burner with AJ Styles.
Oh, that was cool.
Right? Am I wrong?
A cool breakout of that move.
It really was.
No, 100%. He's had a few good matches, and he can go in the ring. He really can. And he's kind of got that mix of where sometimes, like you say to Ronda's point, like it looks choppy when she's punching and it doesn't look the best. Like his look pretty good. His looks like he gets them in there, and it looks smooth.
Yeah. But he's athletic. He's strong. He'll hit an exploder. Again, I mean, I think he's done well. I mean, and now he's getting pops because he's throwing RKOs. Like, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, he's like Randy's little brother. It's hilarious.
Randy's little brother. Golden State 51, Celtics 39. Halftime. Dun, dun, dun. Tight game. Not really. A little bit of a stretch for Golden State. It's still early, though. But, I mean, good luck. What if Matt comes out and says he has a surprise partner and he says, sorry about your damn luck? Really, eh? I like this. Who else could be Matt Hardy's mystery opponent, tag team partner?
Christian.
No. Oh, really?
Could you imagine?
Right?
That'd be a little.
But is that a moment where... Sorry, go ahead.
Both B's from their teams team up.
Oh, shit. Shots fired. A true story.
Yeah, I went
there. What if it was someone like Cesaro?
Oh.
Right?
Why not?
Right? That's what I'm thinking. Like, I mean, he might not stick, like, no intention of him sticking around with Matt Hardy, but at least, like, you know what? We need to fill in. We want more people to talk about who just showed up than the fact that who isn't here and why.
Yeah, so I think Cesaro would fit that bill. I think I would prefer Gargano in that spot.
Damn, dude. I
think somebody threw it out there. I think he'd suit the match better than Cesaro. As much as Cesaro can go with anybody, I think Cesaro could get a bigger moment.
Yeah. So Tommaso Ciampa is just about officially. Oh no, roll up. And he's so good, and he's about to job out real quick. He's hanging in there though. That's gross.
No, actually giving him some time.
Wait.
Oh. Did you see what he did?
He did like a toe breaker. He took a page out of Pete Dunne's book and then almost won. So at least you're giving him listen, I was about to call him a jobber, but he's putting up a battle at least.
No, this has been a good match so far. That's a couple good matches tonight. Even like you said, Uso and was it Montez Ford was a pretty good match. So we've seen some decent matches, and they seem to be getting a little bit more time than normal.
A little bit. I like this one. So it's 2 good matches in a row. RK Bro. Yeah, let us know out there, folks. What are you thinking tonight? Floating Bro on the thigh. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Riddle might have actually hurt him.
Well, he's already had knee problems.
No, I don't know. Because Riddle,
I think he's okay, but holy moly. That's probably not where you want to land, especially with the way Riddle lands.
You even heard Graves say it. Oh, it could have blown out his knee. Did we see Ricochet? No.
No, you'll probably see him next on Main Event or NXT.
Maybe tomorrow. Yeah, check in tomorrow with us in NXT. We will be live as always on Tuesdays for NXT 2.0. And yeah, let's see. I mean, lots of rumors about Ricochet ending up in NXT, which shit, give him something to do.
Yeah, I don't know. Such a talented guy.
Oh yeah, man. But he done. He might be on the way out. He really might. But they like him because they know throwing like a guy like Ricochet in the middle of the card is good for the kiddies. Right? Go out there and do some tricks. Do your routine.
Mm-hmm.
Remember where the hard camera is. Just do your routine. Like I kind of like when the guys are flying in all directions and you don't know what side of the ring they're going to fall out of. Why do they always have to fall the same way?
Right.
Poor Ricochet. Riddle won, yes. For those watching at home, Riddle gets the W. Poor Ciampa. One of the most botched call-ups of all call-ups, and I feel like he won't be around too long, Chris. But man, can he wrestle?
Yeah, that's upsetting because, man, he was like, he was the heart of your like other show. And as much talk as there might have been at times of Cole and Gargano and these, he was the heartbeat of that show. Yeah. Even when he was injured at times, like people still talked about Ciampa.
Yeah.
So it just, like, you can kind of like, okay, some of the other ones weren't as big as him, and we'll, like, I don't know. It must be an age thing, a size thing. I don't know what it is, but the dude works his ass off, and he's so good.
Man.
And they're just throwing it away.
Well, even in that small window that he had here tonight, like everything he does is with an oomph. Everything he does has impact to it. You know what I mean? In a sport where, you know, impact is what it is, he has a lot of impact to everything he does. You feel everything he does. And even that, you know, stretch the toes and slam it on the mat, you kind of went, ooh, do you believe him? Yeah, it's really disappointing. Hey, there you go.
That's not a very high bar to pass, though.
That was the exact words.
It's not saying much. Right? Like, they tried to stick a helmet on him when all they had to do was walk him down the aisle with nothing on but his trunks with Scarlett Bordeaux next to him, and boom, it's done. You didn't have to. It wasn't even hard. They overthought it. They overdid it, and they ruined him.
Oh man, they. All right, Chris. To your point, yes, it's been better, kinda better, differently. But yeah, no, Karrion Kross kind of takes the cake. I mean, sure, Keith Lee had his little push, and then they pulled him back, and then he became Bearcat. So, but I mean, the long list of people they botched. I think Karrion Kross is the biggest one because it was a slam dunk. You see him as WWE champion with her at his side,
100%.
Standing in the middle of the ring, full of smoke. There's your dark guy to replace the old guy that used to spook everybody out in a updated, revamped way. And listen, let's not kid ourselves. Scarlett, I mean, she definitely is a captivating lady, and that whole entrance and you know, coming out with, why would you end that? Why would you not? Did Vince ever even see that entrance? That's what I want to know.
You think you'd want that on a bigger stage with the better production, like more fans in the stands? Like, no, not once. Like, what?
Right. And maybe you have to mix it up, right? Like, sorry, Chris.
Sorry, your point about Scarlett. I think she's getting booked right now more than Karrion is. So, like,
yeah.
How do you throw that away?
Right, and that's the other part of it, right? She was more than just her looks, and more than just a somebody that could walk him to the ring. She's getting in there. She's in there,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, there you go. You have a power couple. They look phenomenal. He has an amazing look. He looked like a killer, and when they got him, when they brought him out of NXT after like his what was it, Dracula?
What?
Drago? Ilya.
Yeah. What about
Ilya Drago? Completely blank.
Yeah.
Like his matches with
I wasn't
him
sure
were
what you're talking
phenomenal. And then again, like it was a sure shot, slam dunk, blue chip, could go all the way, and it just what you
Didn't
do?
get it. Put a mask on him or a helmet
and a skirt.
Yeah, didn't get it. Hey, it was a kilt.
Was it? Was it?
I don't know.
Oh, Chris and KJ have a great question. If Ricochet had back to NXT, would he get the original theme song?
One and only. Maybe.
Yeah. I'm for it.
Probably.
I mean, Rude got his for a night.
Yeah, Ziggler was busy, so they let him use his own music.
Yeah, I was pretty pumped. Dude, I popped.
Hey, go out to Ziggler's music.
What's that?
It's one of the greatest entrances I've ever seen live. I said I'm surprised they didn't make him still use Ziggler's entrance.
Wow, that's funny.
Even with Ziggler not there.
Yeah. It's one of the best entrances ever. Like, especially in recent memory. I loved it. And I didn't get to see it live, so that's cool.
I thought when he first came in, like the way they portrayed him, those interviews, those segments, like where he's at his house and like other places, like I envisioned like Triple H, leader of Evolution, and maybe I'm crazy, but he just seemed to have champion all over him. He's good on the mic. He's good in the ring, and they got him like tag teaming or chauffeuring Ziggler around.
Yeah, right. Oh, they were Ricochet's one and only with the smoke. Yeah, no, I mean, give it to him. Yeah. Give him, just make him matter. Let him have good matches. Uh-oh. Yes! Okay, I'm happy about this. Get her! Is it just me, or did they become more vampire-ish in the recent week? Or is it just the lighting?
They're more purple than blue.
The House of Purple, yes.
Yeah, look, even I don't know, because they were purple at the pay-per-view, so
oh, for Christ's sake.
I don't know.
Why are they telling Belair this shit? Should this not just be an A and B conversation? You two see your way out? Am I wrong?
Oh, now they're all equals, and Edge was too much of a leader.
Oh, so Finn's not even the leader. That's embarrassing for Finn. You just shit on Finn right away. Why would Finn not be the leader?
I'm pretty sure that's what the priest
or
just
is he
said.
Leader by proxy? There you go. Do you find now more than ever people are getting kicked in the face and hit in the face and punched in the face and smashed into shit? I feel like lately there's been a lot of it. Black eyes and teeth and a lot of like blood for like accidental blood. I feel like there has been, man.
I don't know. Not really. I haven't given too much thought into it or noticed. Right, I just go back, like, it's always kind of been a part of wrestling. It's always kind of been there where, like, remember Cena's nose when it was way over here? And
shit.
That was one of the grossest things I ever seen.
All right, folks. Question of the night. The current question of the night. Rhea Ripley.
Is this
the
our main
next
event?
women's champion? Raw women's champion.
No.
Shut up. Wait, the pose off?
I don't know.
No, it's too early for that.
We've seen them stretch things out further, longer.
Don't you wish that awful shit on us? It's bad enough.
10:30, we're getting a backstage thing. We're going to a commercial. We'll get an entrance. We'll get a commercial. We'll get the pose off or start of the pose off. Probably a commercial and then like a brawl.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't
even
know.
understand why he's mad at Almighty. I thought he was picking a fight with Cena.
Does Lashley actually beat him though?
He can't. I don't think. He's supposed to be the golden boy. He's got to keep winning.
Oh shit. Hold on. I can't hear you.
All right, KJ, we should get rid of versus
my
Butch
headphone.
like the old NXT days. Let him go, the professional wrestling. If he could be Pete Dunne, not Butch, that'd be nice. And they did. They had an excellent. Oh, Alpha Academy's here. Yes, and they really did tear it down. They really did.
Yeah, I'm always down to see that match. Oh, that didn't work. Shit.
Just not Butch. If Bayley does return at Money in the Bank, she's my pick. You know, Chris, I was pretty confident she was going to be your pick, but she's pretty good. That's Bruce Pritchard for you. Isn't it, Victor? Oh, we got Ali versus Gable. Why?
Oh, so maybe this week we won't get a tweet about him being on main event, unless maybe he's on main event too. But
He probably was.
Ali back to being frustrated.
Right? I mean,
that didn't take long, folks.
Filler match, right? What is this happening for?
You got 30 minutes left in the show, and this is like...
And your main event is a pose off. Fuck.
Told ya.
Sorry, YouTube.
Now I was a little wrong, but
say a little wrong.
Sequence of events were. I was a little wrong with like them stretching out the pose off, but I was right with the segment. Then we got an entrance, we got a commercial, where it was pretty close.
Right.
We're gonna have a fight, a commercial, a replay, an entrance, a commercial.
I don't see Bayley coming at Money in the Bank. I see her coming at SummerSlam. Are they gonna make us wait that long, Chris?
Unless we're wrong, and maybe like she really is just healing. Like that doesn't make sense. Like you would keep. I don't know. They did it with Alexa Bliss. Like they've done it before. It's not surprising.
No,
I don't think they're waiting that long for Bayley. I really don't. I think if she's. I don't know because we're so close. The Monday after Money in the Bank?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I hate that they save a lot of things for the Mondays. I really do. I hate that they just carry them over and like pause. It used to be, you kind of went for the pop. They want the ratings, but man, I don't know. But she's got to come back sooner than later, and it's got to matter. I think Money in the Bank would be a great place to do it.
Just only announce 5 and then have a special guest or special.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or would you rather like next? Sorry, but would you rather like next week they do that like? Why can't I think of Shayna versus blank and then she comes out? Or would you rather them wait till Money in the Bank?
Wait till Money in the Bank. I think maybe just just make her the last entrant and have the roof pop. That's what you do.
Or do the McFoley. jump him backstage and take someone's spot.
Right.
KJ, haven't seen that in a while.
Right. No, you really haven't. KJ, a lot of people right now are highly impressed with Scarlett in ring, and she has beaten AEW women's too. Yeah, it's rave reviews. To me, like you said, Chris, completely dropped the ball.
Yeah, and it's just when she gets back in the indies, you see it. Everybody wants her on their show. I don't see what the issues were. I don't understand them. I don't think I ever will. But everybody wants her on the show. I think Karrion's kind of crushed his momentum a little bit. Instead of going somewhere doing the CYN stuff, and he hasn't been on other shows like GCW or that. I think he's done a couple, nothing crazy though. But Scarlett, on the other hand, has been she's jumping all over the place, and I think everybody's happy with that.
Right. Now, no, it would be really funny if they just did that package there for Cena's the celebration for 20 years of Cena. If that's where Bray Wyatt returns, just pops up and messes up Cena's celebration.
This time he gets his revenge. Cena doesn't squash the whole Wyatt family.
There you go. Right? Bray Wyatt's revenge.
That was such an upsetting night. Oh, you know what I just realized? And maybe I should have realized this. Oh. A week or so, I guess, when Mustafa... He's not doing the light stuff anymore, and he's just coming straight on out. Maybe they're like, we can't afford your jacket no more. We don't care about you. It just seemed like the fans liked when he did that, especially the kids. So it's kind of surprising, but I thought the whole thing with Mustafa, you can see why he's frustrated. He is a talented dude. Now, is he as good as maybe he thinks he is? I don't know about that, but he can go in the ring. I'll give him that.
Oh, he can wrestle. I mean, there's not a lot to his personality, but he can wrestle. I didn't really care for the whole light up palm thing he was doing. Yeah, I don't know. He's kind of bland, but he can wrestle. Rhea Ripley loses. Becky regains the title at SummerSlam.
Ooh. See, I don't think Rhea's beaten Bianca yet either.
But then again,
but it would make sense.
Based on what you're writing on the storybook right now, Rhea should win at Money in the Bank unless she's going to continue to proceed and chase it down. Right? Like, unless she's involved in SummerSlam. But if you're going to build up a faction and you're going to put her in the title picture, make it count. Put the belt on her. Tell people your faction's legit.
Or is that maybe where we see a Beth Rhea, right? Give her something. That'd be a huge match. And with betraying Edge and all this, maybe Edge brings Beth with him. That's one saving grace to this storyline, because I really want to see Beth come back. And I want her to beat Ronda. I wanted her to beat one of them. Just take the belt and go for one last run. I think Beth is awesome.
Yeah, no, and she looked great when she came back.
Right, that punk look that she kind of had, you're like, you didn't see that too much from her when she was full time. So it was just a different look, and it looked awesome.
Right,
she looked like a badass.
Sure.
So I would definitely be a fan of Beth returning, but that's because that's just going to come back at some point.
Well, yeah.
So does he bring a friend? Maybe two.
Well, he's going to need to. Better not be Gangrel.
Well, that's funny, because I did see something online, because Christian's not really doing much in AEW.
Oh, shit.
And bring them both back.
Right. If you're going to bring them back, put them in the Hall of Fame, for fuck's sake.
Yes, they still haven't put Christian in the Hall of Fame, have they?
I don't believe so. No, it's still a big point of contention. Why not? Who did he piss off?
That makes no sense.
It's a pose off. The actual match, so Lashley wins.
Yeah, how
I
can you
mean,
beat Lashley?
Shouldn't that have been at the top? And don't worry, Chris, I feel your pain, buddy. Shouldn't that have been at like the top of the hour kind of thing? Like, why is that happening now?
Like, is this where Cena come? No, like they announced when Cena's coming out, so like I don't know.
Oh shit, that was pretty. Wow,
And all he loses.
Suplex. Not a fisherman. That was a Northern Light.
I quit.
Oh my God. Ali got jobbed out, but when was the last time somebody won with that move?
Right, yeah, just keep holding your neck. Oh, you landed on my neck.
Right.
IR.
What if
what
if Bayley comes after Lacey? If they're trying to bill Lacey as a big baby face, which they're doing a terrible job, Bayley would be reasonable. Is this shit still happening?
I don't know. Bayley, Lacey Evans. I'm so thrown off by the Lacey Evans thing. One, I don't mind. Like I never mind when they change characters. Even this like Ezekiel thing. I've been on here saying, well, let's see where it goes. We're getting another match. Holy shit.
Are we? Wait.
But they should have done it differently. Like her becoming going from the Southern Belle to Lacey Evans or whatever you want to call her, the army person.
Yeah.
Should have been different. Those stupid, what do you call them? What were you calling them? The stand in front of the flag and just like recite shit. Like
it felt like testimony. It was creepy. It was off-putting.
Yeah, and it was just, I don't know. The story she was telling was weird. Like, that doesn't seem like somebody who she was before. Now, yes, you change, it's character change, all that, but I don't know. They did it wrong, and it sucks. Bring back the Southern Belle.
But then you brought her out. She did that weird promo speech and then like waved and left. And then she came back and was supposed to have a match, but then didn't, and then came out and waved, and I'm like, what the hell are you guys doing? Now she gets in there. I mean, she looked all right. Do you think she should have changed up from the women's right as a finisher?
No. Like maybe you can add something, but I think she delivers that so well that like it still fits. Still fits, I think.
Well, she popped Xia Li with it on Friday, picked up a big win. She's in the ladder match. She's in Money in the Bank. So there you go. Lacey Evans will be competing. And we'll see what that means. We'll see. Will she continue to get a push? Maybe that's the angle, right? Like maybe Bayley comes back during the ladder match and it somehow leads to Lacey and Bayley being mad at each other. I mean, if you want Lacey to be an over baby face, you might want to put her in the hands of Bayley.
Yeah, I think Bayley can afford to take a loss. Like she's so good that she can recover. I think she'd be okay. Do you really want to lose in that quickly? I don't know. If you do the story right, it shouldn't be a problem.
Right. With Tony Khan waiting on to pull on the what the hell is Tony Khan waiting on to pull the trigger on Jade Cargill and Athena for TBS title? I believe that's been announced, hasn't it? I think that's happening. Or are they just teasing it still?
I don't think I've seen anything that's announced. My phone died, so I can't check.
I'm going to check. I'm just actually trying to remember. 1 second.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know if it has. Like I said, I'm looking forward to that match. I think Athena with Jade can be a good dynamic. The David versus Goliath kind of Goliath looking thing,
Yeah.
looking fight. So I think it could go well. You just hope because there has been matches for both of them that they're not always the smoothest sometimes. So you hope they stay on the high end of it, not the low end of it, and it should be good.
All right. And I don't see it advertised. So
I don't either. Or I didn't look, but I don't remember it.
don't remember. But yeah, I think it's coming. So hang tight, Victor. We're getting Becky versus Ronda at WrestleMania 39. That's a long ways away. I don't know. Too soon to tell, Victor.
Yeah.
I hope not, to be honest.
Why?
Because Ronda
You're gonna have the grudge match at some point.
I guess. All right.
But you know it's coming.
Veer versus Ray, I think.
Why?
Yeah, can't Veer beat somebody else up for a week? Gable won. Yes, he did. Big W. Flat pancake in the middle. Oh, look, the team here at the Wrasslin for Life Network, we're faded. Raw. It's 3-hour grind. We're almost there. We're almost there, folks. But man, I could use a cappuccino.
It's not so much the show. Like, we've seen some good matches. I spent my day working on a ceiling in a squash court. It was yeah, just one of those days. But no, the show itself, like, there's been some all right moments, but it's still kind of I think, especially the ending of this, throwing trying to get everything under the 11 o'clock hour is insane. Ending it with a pose off is even more insane. It's just kind of been one of the Man Raws, just kind of average. Nothing special, nothing too great. Some good moments, a lot of filler, it seems.
I almost want to disagree a little bit in the sense of, like, if you think of this as a 2-hour show and you cut off this last hour here,
way better.
Oh my God. Well, you had 2 back-to-back really good matches. The Seth match was good.
You think like you're having a match like Seth AJ. Why wouldn't you go off the air with that?
Yeah. Right, like, and I get it. It was 11 o'clock because then it's just like even more proof that it's just the money grab at that point, right? But we habitually tune in, so it's hard to argue. But I mean, if this was a 2-hour show, we would have been content, happy as shit, right? You built up some stories, there was some things going on. We didn't have to see Veer Mahan and the Mysterios again in some capacity.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, I don't care that you see it. Like, whatever. Yes, it's wow. He jumped pretty damn high there, though. It's one thing to see it. Now, we've seen this too much. It's been off on, whatever. He beats them. They run away from him. It's like daddy beating his 2 children. But, like, just different order. Why is it on at, like, the end of the night when, like, usually people are getting tired as it is? Because it is a 3-hour show. It's on to 11. Like,
well, I mean, it's a weird practice to say, you know what, we're gonna run this 3 hours, but the last put shit in the last hour. It doesn't matter. Like, I get it. Like, you know, it's the ratings are lower in the last hour. Then that means don't put it on, right? But I get it. You're advertising dollars, wah, wah, wah. But at what point do you go, you know what? And I mean, I guess things change nowadays that they're publicly traded and there's shareholders and they have opinions and shit. Because realistically, if it was your company, you'd want to put out the best product possible. And that's what made Vince successful for so many years. And now it's just like, well, it is what it is. You're going to get a full hour of garbage most weeks.
And commercials.
Oh my God, I'm exhausted.
And like this match is way longer than I thought it was going to be.
Of course. Well, how long can you do a pose off for? With entrances and such, we get that in 12 minutes, right? Maybe max.
Well, especially when it's against Bobby freaking Lashley, who's enormous compared to Theory. Sorry. Like, in what like competition for a pose off would he win? Realistically,
I don't know.
Like, if they went to a muscle competition or bodybuilding competition, there's the words I was looking for.
That didn't help you at all.
So like, what? Like, I don't see the point in it. And plus, they kind of did it last week where they were standing there doing this stuff. Like I said, now it's just official. Like,
okay,
why?
All right. Rey Mysterio takes a job. The legend Rey Mysterio just pinned not pinned, submitted middle of the ring. Veer's on fire, folks. Bring on Omos.
Yeah, I don't know. When does Rey drop his boy off at NXT and just retire?
Oh my God, do it already. Put him down in NXT. Let him wrestle where it makes sense.
I don't know. Even like since he's come back, like Rey himself has come back, and like this whole I think it's holding him back as well. Like, used to get some decent matches from him, maybe a storyline or two that was interesting, but like it's still.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's kind of fallen flat. And I don't mind Rey Mysterio. He's a legend. He is an icon. He is one of a kind. There'll never be another one like him. But, like, come on. There's got to be something that's a little more entertaining.
Wait, what the hell? Sorry. Slight distraction.
Qualifying match, Becky Asuka next week.
Look at this! How are they going to pull this off?
Because it's funny.
How are they going to do it?
When you look up Elias, there isn't much known about his actual family, though. Like, when you go to Wikipedia right now, there isn't actually, like...
Look at this AR, dude. Sorry. Holy shit. Now they're giving him a mic!
That's hilarious. So what if there is actually an Elias brother that just so happens to look the, like, exact same? Like, would that blow your mind next week?
Oh shit! I might faint. I might. It will be a moment. I will look like such a man. I think we'd all look stupid. I mean, how like crazy have we been about this storyline? If there was some chance that this was a true thing, which there isn't, it would be unglued.
Oh. Yeah, let's see if my phone stays on long enough. Elias, wrestler, Wikipedia.
Uh-oh. What are we looking up?
No, like even born, birth name, build, like it doesn't mention parents, it doesn't mention siblings. Like usually on Wikipedia, like you'll see.
You think they deleted it?
It's not even listed. And then when you scroll down, it's usually like maybe you can change it, right? But like maybe if I click into one of these like actual biographies on them,
it's Elias, man. There's no way,
right? But I just thought because I looked them up like a few weeks ago, and I meant to bring it up, and I just remembered because I thought it was funny. I'm like, there's actually no like. You usually can find out anything or a lot of things, and you go to Wikipedia, and it's usually there. Nothing, and you're like, that. Hey, if that's WWE deleting it, that's amazing. That's perfect. That's
right. It's a publicly edit. The public can edit it, right?
Yeah, 100%. So that'll be hilarious.
Fun times in wrestling, folks. No, that's insane, Chris. But how are they going to pull it off? How are they going to have?
I don't know. I just want to see KO's reaction.
How are they going to pull this off?
I said it from the beginning. I was interested because of who they chose to do this feud with, but I didn't know how they were going to get out of it, and I don't know if this solves it, but it makes it interesting.
Right. This has been a trend lately, Chris. You think there's any is that a valid thought? I mean, it's a valid thought.
Maybe they'll just be like, yeah, just throw whatever out there, and I think the end of the game or the third, fourth quarter's got to be close.
Becky versus Asuka, Money in the Bank next week. Yep. Aren't you surprised about that?
No. You think you'd wait longer to let them fight? And I guess, I don't know. Fight again.
Right? Is it too soon?
Well, especially if you plan on them fighting again at a pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is that one of the matches that just kind of ends in a DQ and they don't end up, neither of them qualify or whatever? It just ends up in a shit show. Oh, Celtics have come back. 71-67 with a minute 20 left in the third.
Wow.
A little bit of a comeback there.
Don't call it a comeback. That's crazy. I will remind everyone out there watching right now, we are the Wrasslin for Life Network. We are here 7 days a week. We bring you all the content we can and more content coming your way. The fam is hard at work. Hope everyone out there had a great start to your week. Monday in the books, Tuesday on the horizon, and then we're heading towards the weekend, folks. As I always said, there is light at the end of this tunnel. So cheers to Monday night. We got Austin Theory in the ring. And we're about to get a pose off with Bobby Lashley. They gave Austin Theory a boy band mic.
Oh, they did too.
What?
I didn't realize what you're like, boy band mic, and I'm looking at his hands, and then I noticed what you're meaning.
That's a nice touch. I like it.
230 pounds, 5 of it being oil that he put on his chest.
But his facials are good. His attitude is good. He seems he can wrestle.
Yeah. You know what? I hate to say it, but he's the future. I don't hate to say that part, but he's actually he's good, and whether you hate his character or not, or what's going on, he seems to get it. He's nowhere near MJF level, but he's a future guy that's going to be pretty good in this business, I feel.
Mm-hmm. No, he's definitely got a shit ton of upside, buddy.
Right? He's just got that swagger, that charisma about him, even at such a young age.
I just don't know how we ended up here with this beef.
Well, he came out last week, remember? And I think you were saying you didn't like how the bad guys came out to pick fights.
Yeah. Yeah, I really don't like that. Am I wrong?
It depends. The way they did it, I didn't really like, but him just coming out and saying it, that kind of that doesn't float my boat too much. But if he screws up his match or jumps him backstage or I don't know, just something else that's a little dirty or heelish, then yeah. But just coming out and being I'm gonna fight you or whatever, or we're gonna go to a pose off,
Yeah, right. So Adam Pearce, your job is also to be the MC of the pose off. I like the mic thing. It's a nice touch. What is happening? Get on there. Let's go.
You got 3 minutes. This is definitely just ending in a power slam or something.
A selfie.
Like Vince McMahon and old men in the backstage just smiling ear to ear right now.
Oh, yeah. Just chubbed. Chubbed right up, buddy.
I wasn't going there, but yeah.
Oh, come on. Let's be real. Loves this shit. That's good shit right there.
Look at that arm.
Who's bigger or more chiseled last year? Billy Gunn.
Oh, fuck, Billy Gunn, maybe. I'd have to see them standing next to each other, but I think because he's so much taller, I think he's not so much, but I think he's taller as well. Billy Gunn.
Billy Gunn's like 6'6".
He's a big boy, or a big guy.
Yeah, I think a slight edge to Billy, but Billy's more got that veiny.
I'd have to.
Maybe not the most natural chisel. So
hey, that's not. He says it's natural.
I mean, listen, kudos to him, man. I have no idea. Whatever.
I don't know either.
I have no idea, but that man is in phenomenal shape. Like, how do you go to bingo looking like that? With all the other seniors.
He's almost 60. But like, look at the difference of these two. Like, yeah.
All right, what am I watching?
I don't know. A waste of time.
Oh, then you should turn that last pose he just did, where he had the side turn and the flex, and then he kind of winked and made like a funny face. That 100% should be a T-shirt, like a caricature T-shirt of him, just looking like Popeye.
So here comes Theory hitting him from behind. Yeah, see, I'm looking at Billy Gunn right now. Man, that is crazy. Because he's been recently in a magazine for fitness.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, dude. Like, I think I'm going with Billy Gunn on that one.
Yeah, Billy Gunn. Crazy.
What are we comparing here? This is such a. Like, what are they making us do right now?
Well, this is what we got left. Shit. Yeah, right?
No shit.
Who's more jacked?
The fans cheered for the baby face? Oh, wow. I'm surprised.
Yeah. Selfie. Baby oil in the eye. Oh, that shit stings.
We're going to go off the air with a drop kick.
No, with a selfie.
He's not getting a selfie with him. Oh, now, yeah, whatever. Hey, we complain that the U.S. title doesn't get enough time on the air and stuff sometimes. Well, it's in your main event. At least positives, folks.
Oh,
trying to find the positives.
Well,
Glass
yeah,
half full here.
Except you made it a pose off. But to your point, yes, we've been rooting for this. This is what you do when your heavyweight title's at home.
We've seen Triple H pose offs. We've seen other pose offs. It's not the first. It won't be the last. Should it be your main event? No. But it's wrestling. This shit happens. Yeah, Billy Gunn 6'5", Lashley 6'3". I looked it up. I couldn't convert the meters in my head, so all I could figure out was that Billy Gunn was bigger.
NXT tomorrow. That's right, folks. That's right, folks. We are back tomorrow for NXT, Wednesday for Dynamite, and then all through the week for the rest of your wrestling. On the weekend, we have AAA, and we do have Slammiversary, so lots of action happening. If you haven't caught this past weekend show, it was fun. And yeah, I mean, people kind of came out in droves to get a little bit of NWA. But other than that, folks, what's your rate? We are done, right? What are your ratings on tonight's show? Other than
4.
4. See, this is where they kill their own show because I can't believe, like, with the couple of matches they had, the show should not be a 4.
No, I was debating 5, but because of the ending, because of certain things, that last hour, squishing 3 matches into 20 minutes or whatever the hell that was, unfortunately, to your point, yeah, those matches should have been better. Should have ended with Seth and AJ.
Sorry. I was this close getting a pillow in that last hour. Just like parking. Honestly, that last hour was a grind. I think I dozed off at one point, just listening away. No, man, it was a long last hour. So I don't know what that main event was. I hate gimmicky main events. I want a match. I'm just picky unless it's a real good angle ending, like something matters. Somebody gets jumped or a betrayal or like, I don't know. I really don't. What's that?
I'm going to spray you with baby oil. Cool. And then drop kick you. Like, what a shitty ending.
Right? Didn't even clap him with a finisher and get a good selfie, which would be the proper way to do that. Baby oil, finisher, pitcher. Right?
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
But not one bit.
Yeah, you know what? I'll match you. They can't get a passing grade. They can't get a 5 out of 10 on that shit. They can't get a passing grade when that was what I had to. It was a drop kick. It was even if the angle sucked, they just didn't do it. They didn't even do that shit well. So they did their shit shitty.
Even when they give you something you've been complaining about,
yeah,
right? Put something like the U.S. title in better spots. They do it, and just you're like, what? Like, can we get that somewhere else again, please? Like, go back to the bottom of the card. Like,
what's that?
Couldn't have been anything better.
Yeah, it's like that you see it in like shows or cartoons or movies. What's the movie called? I can't remember. But you make the deal with the devil, and every time you make the wish, you get what you want, but there's a caveat to it. So like, Brandon Fraser gets to be a giant basketball player, but he has a small penis.
Oh, bedazzled or
deviled eggs.
Something like that with Elizabeth Hurley.
Yes. Right. So it's kind of like that, right? Like you make a wish, like I really, really want the U.S. title to be highlighted in main event pictures. And they're like, okay, we heard you. How about
pose off?
Fuck. Oh, man. Yeah, 5 out of 10.
No, I have 4. I'm sticking with 4.
Oh, look at
this. Has Raw been higher than 5 at all the last 3-4 weeks? I feel like it hasn't. I feel like there were some 2s, some 3s.
I can't even remember. They all blend together, man. It's been a while. Victor says 3 out of 10 anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. The brand. Thanking Spectrum.
Blame it on Bruce. He might be getting surgery, actually. He might not be there tonight.
Well, that's true. I forgot about that. He was having major surgery. 3 out of 10. Impact is going to a way better show. Going to be a way better show.
Usually.
Listen, I'm looking forward to shorter, man. And it's shorter, and it's better that way.
Oh, Slammiversary stacked.
Sorry.
That should be a good card.
It is absolutely stacked, and there will be surprises in that one. But Chris, if you look at sorry, I completely lost my train of thought there. Hilarious.
Did I screw you up there?
Blank.
I pushed. This one doesn't have an earbud on it, and I pushed, and it like tickled my eardrum.
Yeah, no, Impact's going to be good this week. We'll see how that goes. I completely forgot what the fuck I was saying. Who cares?
My bad. It hurt.
Welcome back, Chris. Yes, it was cringy as shit. Tribal Chief says 4 out of 10. That's pretty much the consensus at this point. They did not do well, Chris.
No. Sad. They killed their own momentum.
That was my point. If you look at the show and you go, okay, the beginning was all right, not bad. The Kevin Owens, Ezekiel stuff was okay, not great. But the whole twist of Ezekiel is going to be there tomorrow. You get a little bit of the House of
Elias.
Elias, right? Shit, my bad. But then you have...
I get it right.
Right? Then you get the AJ Styles match. You get the Seth, AJ Seth Rollins. Then they followed that up with the Riddle match. The Uso match was decent too. So then if the show stops, we're like, all right, 7, 6, 6.5. Right? But no. You bury us in that last hour. And you actually take away from the show.
Oh, yeah. They hurt their own. Yeah. Like you said, it's a way different rating if it gets cut early, or they even just rearrange things to give it a better flow.
Yeah, just make it make sense. And again, I mean, if they're purposely trying to burn that last hour, and I mean, it almost becomes apparent. Like, it's brutal.
Oh.
5 out of 10, no Bailey. You think you'd go less? What a shit show. Yeah, I mean, I hear you, Victor. Yeah, I mean, when your eyes are starting to get heavy, I mean, people say it's a cure. It's a nice sleeping pill. If you're having some insomnia, throw on Raw. That last hour was brutal, bro.
Yeah, no, not good. Not very good at all.
Fuck no. But, I mean, on that note, folks, that kind of sums it up. I mean, y'all good over there?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Any final thoughts, Chris? Any shout out about tomorrow's show? Anything in general? Yes. See you then.
No, just thank you to everybody for being here and having a good time with us. And hopefully see you back tomorrow.
All right, folks. That is all for us. We are a sleepy Monday night. We're going to bed and shit. That's it. I got nothing else to say about this one. Until tomorrow, we'll see you on the flip side. This time it's the flip side of a pillow. Bye.